What's up, party people? Welcome to another reading with me, the Empress of Fortune. I am so grateful and excited that you are here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. It really does help the video to reach the people who need to see it and who need to hear the message. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. This is what are their intentions towards you? What are their intentions towards you? We're going to find out some tea today, for sure. We've got a few different oracle cards. I'm actually only going to be using one tarot deck throughout all 4 readings. The NYC Tarot. Love that for us. But we've got a couple different oracle decks that are going to help us to get the message across. All the decks that I use will be linked in the description below, the description box, and as well as the timestamps for each pile. So you'll notice that each pile will have 2 timestamps. I like to do identifiers before the readings through my little lip bowl right here. That will help you to make sure that the reading is for you. You know, the way that these readings are done is through your intuition. So you are intuitively choosing the pile that's best for you. And some people really just appreciate and like confirmation. So that is why we do identifiers. You absolutely do not have to watch them. If you feel strongly through your intuition that the pile you chose is your pile, then feel free to skip over the identifiers, which is why each pile will have 2 timestamps, one for the identifiers and one for the actual reading itself. Anyway, let's go ahead and move forward. So we've got pile 1 right here, pile 2 right here. Pile 2 actually is the only pile that actually has 2 crystal cards. There's a second card hidden underneath this one. Sorry for any noise that my dog makes, you guys. Pile 3 is this pile right here. And last but not least, we've got pile 4 over here. So if you would like to blind choose, you can go ahead and do that now. If you need to pause the video, if you need more time, if you need, you know, a moment, a second, whatever, to meditate beforehand, before choosing to really get deep in touch with your intuition and your intuitive body, you can absolutely do that. I am going to turn the cards over as well. So those of you who would like to make potentially a more informed choice, I say potentially because, you know, your intuition can inform you, I think, just as easily as me reading what's on the back of these cards can inform you. So that's why I giggled right there. You know, every single time, every time I sit down to start filming, that is when my dog decides it's time to eat. I don't know why he does this. I don't know how he does this, but he does. So anyway, I apologize if you guys can hear him nibbling in the background. He doesn't have that much food left, so it won't be long before he stops. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what's on the other side of these cards. So for pile 1, we've got Tiger's Eye. Tiger's Eye for pile 1. Interesting. And for pile 2, as I mentioned, there are 2 cards. So the first one is Smoky Quartz, and the second is Green Jade. Okay, pile 2 right there. And then for pile 3, we have Red Jasper. Pile 4, last but not least, is Water. Ooh, okay, so we got an element in here, snuck in here. So that could be, for some of you guys, this does not have to resonate for everybody. Potentially somebody with water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But that absolutely does not have to be the signs of the person that you're asking about or signs of yourself or anything like that. Just thought it was worth mentioning. Alrighty. Don't forget to check out the description box below for your timestamps, and also to like, comment, and subscribe. There also could be some answers to any questions that you may have in the description box, as well as links to my abundance journal and my tarot journal that I created for you guys. So if you're interested in those, go ahead and check those out. we're gonna go ahead and get into the readings now. I apologize if I sound a little stuffed up, you guys. I am a little bit on the sickish side right now, so please excuse me. But yeah, I will see you guys at your reading. See you in a second. Howdy ho, pile one. Welcome, welcome. This is the identifiers portion of your reading. If you chose the first card, that card was the Tiger's Eye. It does say a few things. We'll get into those during the actual reading itself. For now, let me put this over here to the side. And let's get our identifiers out. Let's see. Uh-oh. Spirit, who is this reading for? Who are my pile one people who got the Tiger's Eye, who chose the Tiger's Eye? We're talking about what are their intentions towards you. So there are, thinking about a specific person, but who is pile one? Who are my pile one people who chose the Tiger's Eye? Who are my pile one people? Who are they? While I'm doing this, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. When you like the video, it does really help the video to spread so that people can find it if they need to hear this message. And when you subscribe, it makes us more connected so that my readings can be more tailored to you and your energy. Okay. All right. Let's see who's in pile one. So the way that these identifiers work is that at least one of the things that comes out of here should be familiar to you, significant to you somehow, could have even just shown up in your life in the last couple of weeks. Remember, if you already felt very intuitively drawn to the Tiger's Eye, or even if the Tiger's Eye itself is significant in your life, then that could be enough of a confirmation that you need to just go ahead and move forward. If you want to watch this part, you absolutely are welcome to. But for those of you guys who just want to skip to the reading, there is another timestamp down below that will say pile one reading. All right. So yeah, let's see. Save a horse, ride a cowboy, big and rich. That's a country song, giving me some Nashville energy. And as soon as I said a country song, it made me think of another song by Kelsey Ballerini that is literally called a country song. So earrings. Okay, you might really love earrings. You could be like a jewelry designer or something. You might have a lot of ear piercings. You might be wearing like your favorite pair of earrings right now, or maybe somebody complimented your earrings, or you might have complimented somebody else on their earrings recently or something. Maybe somebody gifted you some earrings, or you just bought some new earrings. There's all kinds of things that could resonate there. Dorito Loco Tacos from Taco Bell. Those things are good. Please Don't Leave Me by Pink. That's a song. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Okay, so we got Annoying just came out. And it's funny because as I was about to start singing this, I was like, maybe I shouldn't sing because I'm like a little bit sick right now. I wonder if people will like not like it. So I was imagining myself annoying you guys, which hopefully that's not the case, but maybe somebody called you annoying. Maybe you like are easily annoyed, or maybe something annoying happened to you recently. Familiar. So that makes me think of a witch's familiar, but also how I said that at least one of these things should be familiar to you. Familiar can also mean like something to do with family. 77. So you could be seeing double sevens around, maybe even 777. Yeah. Sometimes it makes me think of like casinos and stuff, but I don't know. Now I'm thinking about Casino by Houndmouth, which is a song too. Lil Sebastian. Lil Sebastian. He's a mini horse from Parks and Rec. If you know, you know. Bye, bye, Lil Sebastian. Sewing kit. Maybe you like to sew. Maybe you are learning how to sew. Maybe you recently had to repair something, or you use your sewing kit often. Gospel music. Poppy seed bagel. Death Cab for Cutie. That's a band. Endings, Beginnings. That's a movie starring Shailene Woodley. She plays a woman who gets involved with these two guys who just like happen to be best friends, but they're very different, and she kind of has like an open relationship with both of them. We Used to Be Friends by the Dandy Warhols. That is a song. It's also the theme song for Veronica Mars, the TV show. Baby Girl Lisa. So that could be a literal baby named Lisa. But it is supposed to be a reference to Lisa on 90 Day Fiancé, who she was in a relationship with this guy named Usman. Honey by Kuka. Oh my goodness, the Medicine remix. Whenever one of them rips, it makes me feel like I should take it out of the bowl. I don't really want to take this one out of the bowl, but I guess maybe I should. I'm going to leave that right there. I like that song. It's a good song. Permission by Ro James. That's a song too. I first heard that song when I was watching like Finding Magic Mike or whatever on HBO. I love that show. Oh my god, it was so good. Portions for Foxes by Rilo Kiley. That's a song too. And the lead singer of Rilo Kiley and the lead singer of Death Cab for Cutie, they like have made music together. So it's funny that those kind of came out together, or at least like on top of each other. Philadelphia, Philly. For those of you who didn't get it, that was a little reference to How I Met Your Mother. Anyway, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you could have that in your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You could have a stellium in a fire sign. Lemongrass. Lemongrass could be like a scent. I have lemongrass incense. Could be a flavor, maybe like a name of something. There used to be this like Thai restaurant that was called Lemongrass where I grew up. I used to go there a lot. Set It Off by Queen I say that every time. Set It Off starring Queen Latifah. Oh my goodness, that's a movie. It's starring Queen Latifah. That's so funny. Why do I always do that? Pecan pie. However you choose to say it. Hide your kids, hide your wife. That is a quote from Antoine Dodson. Cold Hearted 2 by Meek Mill. That's a song. I wanted to continue this quote over here. Be like, they're coming through your windows. They're coming through your doors. Okay, here we go. Cheers, drink to that. Rihanna. If I Were You, that is a movie about this lady who becomes friends with her husband's mistress. Aaron Taylor Johnson. And you know what? That same plot line was used in that show on Paramount Plus, or wherever the show was, I guess. Why Women Kill. That same kind of plot line from If I Were You was part of the season 1 story. Drew Barrymore by SZA. That's a song. Bimbo. I don't know why I wanted to say it like that. I just did. 1894 by Amber Mark. Throat chakra. So maybe you're like working on your throat chakra. Maybe you're trying to activate your throat chakra. You might be having issues with your throat chakra. I did mention that I'm a little bit sick right now, so maybe you're also feeling that. Sufjan Stevens, he's a musician. Pull Up by Opera. That's a song. Pull up to your crib, riding shoddy, shoddy. Bob Marley, musician. When I was opening that, I thought it was going to say Ted Mosby, but it didn't. It said Bob Marley. Pull up to your crib, riding shoddy, shoddy. Peggy Hill from King of the Hill. She was one of the main characters on that show. BoJack Horseman. That is a TV show. The main character, his name is BoJack Horseman. So, it's interesting about Peggy Hill. I was about to be like, she was Hank Hill's wife. she was Hank Hill's wife, but I was like, no, she was also one of the main characters in that show, so I'm not going to say it. But anyway, Nice by Beyonce and Jay-Z. And it's funny that this came out because, you know, Beyonce has that one song where she's like, I'm not just his little wife or whatever, right? And it's funny that, like, Peggy Hill came out and I had that thought. So for some of you guys, there might be some of that energy kind of like floating around about being like defined by your relationship, or like not being defined by your relationship rather. The number 10, that could be the month of October, which is Libra and Scorpio. It could also just be an important number to you. Maybe it's your lucky number. You might be seeing 1010 around. Maybe you live on the 10th floor or 10th street, or like the 10th house on your block. I don't know how you would count that, but maybe. And then there could be 10 people in your family or something like that. 4th of July, USA. That could also just be Independence Day in your country, like on a different date, but Independence Day on your country if your country has one. Okay. Blue or blues. So that could be the color blue, could be blues music. You could be wearing blue right now. That also makes me think of Blue Ivy Carter. The Departed. That's a movie starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, and Jack Nicholson. Driving at night. So maybe some of you recently took a little night drive. That makes me think of that song Night Drive by Ari Lennox. Summertime in Paris by Jaden and Willow Smith. Summertime, we're meant to fall in love. Sex and the City, iconic TV show starring Sarah Jessica Parker as Carrie Bradshaw. Helena by My Chemical Romance. That's a song. Summertime, we're meant to fall in love. Road Trip. So we got Driving at Night and we got Road Trip, so some of you guys might really be doing a lot of driving. Truckers, I don't know. People who do like Uber at night or DoorDash at night or something like that. I don't know. Also, speaking of Summertime in Paris and then Sex and the City and the whole like Peggy Hill Beyonce thing. For those of you who watched Sex and the City, you will know there was a time when Carrie moved to Paris with one of her lovers, and it had always been like a dream of hers to move to Paris, but when it happened, it really felt like she was totally defined by her relationship to this guy. His name is Alexander, to this guy. And so there is like something coming through about being defined by your relationship in this reading. I don't know if that's going to be part of the reading at all, but it's just part of the identifying energy. So we'll see if it actually is part of the reading or not, but that just might be an important message for somebody here. Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So yeah, that could be Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. You might have a stellium. Clumsy by Fergie. Clumsy 'cause I'm falling in love. So in love with you. Avenged Sevenfold. That's a band. I do not really listen to their music. I really don't even know if I know any of their songs at all, but for some reason I felt called to put that in the lip bowl, so it's in there. Ring. So the first thing I thought of was Ring doorbell. Of course, there's the jewelry ring, which comes back up with the whole earrings thing. But yeah, Ring doorbell, The Ring, like that horror movie. Monopoly. So that could be the game of Monopoly, Monopoly Go. Maybe somebody has a monopoly on something. Ariana Grande and Victoria Monet have a song called Monopoly. So, number 4, that is the month of April, which is Aries and Taurus energy. Summertime, we're meant to fall in love. You could be seeing 444, things like that. Kimberly, 90 Day Fiance. So Kimberly and baby girl Lisa both dated Usman. They both dated the same guy. I think baby girl Lisa and him were actually married at one point. And him and Kimberly, I think that they got engaged at one point, but it didn't go any further than that, to my knowledge. So yeah, interesting. And then like the fact that they're both from 90 Day Fiance. That show is like people get famous from their relationships. So, Energy by Drake. Yeah, just going back to the idea of being defined by your relationship or being known through your relationship or something like that. Juicy, Doja Cat featuring Tyga. It's a song. I keep it juicy, juicy. I eat that lunch. Girlfriends. My Girlfriends. That's a TV show starring Tracee Ellis Ross as Joan Mugler, designer. Splinter by Spill Tap. That's a song. I don't wanna break the winter and wear us then to say we did. We did. Jill Zarin, she's one of the OG New York housewives from Real Housewives of New York City. Ted Mosby, baby. What? I can't make this up. I can't make this up. You see how many slips there are in this fucking bowl? Excuse me for cursing. Just made me think of Superbad. Where he's like, excuse me for cursing. But yeah, didn't I tell you guys that when Bob Marley came out, I was like, I thought it was going to say Ted Mosby. And now here we have Ted Mosby. And I also already made a little reference when I said Philadelphia, right here. I didn't even notice I was putting it on top of that. To How I Met Your Mother. There's a episode in like early on season 1 where Ted and Barney, they go on a road trip. Well, it's not really a road trip. They go to Philly to like pick up some girls. Marshall ends up taking a road trip from New York to Philly to go and visit them. Actually, he keeps turning around. It's a whole thing. But at the end of it, they end up like licking the Liberty Bell. So yeah, silly, but fun. All right, let's see. Post Malone. So speaking of Post Malone, I'm now thinking about that song that he did with Doja Cat. I think it's called like a happier song. I don't really know if that's the actual title or if that's the part in parentheses. I don't know, whatever. Cardi B. Why was I thinking about Cardi B earlier? I don't remember why I was thinking about Cardi B earlier. I'm glad she came out because I felt her energy for sure. But I don't remember why I was thinking about her. I do not know. But yeah, I don't know. But now I'm thinking about Diamond District in the Jag. I like it like that. Anyway, edibles. Right there. We've got Nobody's Supposed to Be Here by Deborah Cox. So I'm thinking now again about the whole like Liberty Bell thing from How I Met Your Mother. And it's like, nobody's supposed to lick the Liberty Bell. Nobody's supposed to be there, but they did it. And it goes to show, I think, sometimes that like through the connections that you make, seemingly impossible things can happen. Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden. That's a song. Diamond District in the Jag. I like it like that. Here we go. The Good Place. That's a TV show starring Kristen Bell. So Kristen Bell has kind of come up twice because I did mention Veronica Mars. DJ Tambi from Ink Master. He has won Ink Master like 3 times, which is the most times out of anybody. And he returned recently as a judge. We've got A Tribe Called Quest. Hip hop group. Legendary, iconic. From New York. 12/12. So that could be a date or a time. So December 12th, or you might be seeing 12/12 a lot. Key tattoo. So yeah, you could have a key tattoo, or the person that you're asking about could have a key tattoo. Is it warm enough for you outside, baby? That's from Drew Barrymore by SZA. Randall Park, actor. You might know him from Fresh Off the Boat or Always Be My Maybe. Usman, girl. I've been talking about this man. Baby girl Lisa, Usman, Kimberly, possible love triangle in effect, okay? They were not like together at the same time, but bro. Again, you see how many You see how many are in here, and all 3 of those came out together? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Bon Iver, AUATC. That stands for Ate Up All Their Cake. And now I'm thinking about how he did some collaborations with Taylor Swift on her Evermore album. Yin Yang Twins, iconic hip-hop duo from Atlanta. And last but not least, here's our last one. Let's see what it says together, you guys. NDA, Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, you know what? It doesn't say Megan Thee Stallion on here, but that is like immediately what I thought of. She has a song called NDA off of her Traumazine album. Love it. But yeah, maybe you recently had to sign an NDA, or you might be asked to sign an NDA. Maybe you ask people to sign NDAs, things like that. NDA stands for non-disclosure agreement. So it is a legal contract that somebody signs saying they're not going to talk about something. They're not going to disclose information that is sensitive in some kind of way. Often people who work for companies that have like proprietary knowledge have to sign NDAs, or people who work for celebrities have to sign NDAs so that they can't like go write a book later on about all the things that happened while they were working for said celebrity, blah, 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 etc., etc. So something else coming from these slips is that we have Independence Day here, which stars Will Smith. Will Smith is the father of Jaden and Willow Smith, which we got Summertime in Paris by Jaden and Willow, so that's one thing. And then something else was that I don't know why I was thinking about Cardi B originally, but this song Pull Up by Abra, Cardi B is like very, I won't say very famous for her pull up attitude, but like, you know, if people are talking smack about her, she's like, okay, pull up then. There's, you know, these videos of her like, you know, being like, okay, let's fight, go, and like going to the street, and then being like, okay, well, they didn't show up, so y'all pussy, I guess I'm gonna go home. That was fun, right? So I think that this is this idea of like being about it, you know, not just walking the walk. I mean, not just talking the talk, but walking the walk, right? So interesting energy coming through here. All right, guys, these are all of our identifiers for pile 1. I am gonna go write these down in my tarot journal. Speaking of tarot journals, check out the link below if you want one of your own. I did design a tarot journal for you guys if you either like to watch a lot of readings or do your own readings. It's a really good place to record your insights and things like that, because tarot ultimately is about self-development. It's about being able to have insight into energy so that you can move forward and finely tune your own vibration. So it's good to have a record of the things that you learned from your tarot reading, whether it's a reading you did for yourself or a reading that somebody else did for you, or one that you watched online. So definitely go check out the link below for the tarot journal. I'm going to write these down in my tarot journal, and I'll see you guys in a second for the reading. Hey there, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the first card, the Tiger's Eye card, then this reading is for you. It says here, luck in new ventures, willpower, creative flow, overcoming fear. We love that. Love that kind of energy. I'm going to keep this over here, and let's get into the reading. So we're learning today, what are their intentions towards you? You probably have a specific person in mind. Let's figure out a little bit more, I guess, who that person is. So I'm going to be doing live shuffles on here today, and normally I have like very specific ideas of what each deck is going to be used for. Today it's like not really as much like that. I guess maybe things will see themselves through as the readings go on. I don't really know how I'm trying to say that. I feel like it's like pile 1 is always kind of like, it's not like an experimental pile, but it's where I really kind of understand kind of like how Spirit wants me to deliver this message. And I was just looking at the back of this deck and it says stereo here, just like making me think about like amplifying things. So yeah, turn my music up. Turn my music up. Okay. Yeah, let's see. So I guess we can use these to figure out who this person is and kind of the energy of them. And then we'll go into what are their intentions. Who knows? Anyway, pile 1, Spirit. They're thinking of a specific person. Tell us about that person. We got Compass. So the first thing, and with it coming out like this, my first thought was that this person has no direction. The person that you're asking about has no direction. They don't know themselves. Ooh, okay. They may act out. They may do things that either you don't approve of or that are genuinely, I don't want to use the word crazy, but are, you know, wild and outside of the realm of what's healthy for them, what's good for them, normal things that people do. I got a lot of reversals coming out here. Normally with this deck, I really don't take reversals, but look at that. The stereo card came back out again. Normally with this deck, I really don't take reversals, but for some reason I'm wanting to. This person could be very much like a party or club type of person. They could be going out all the time. They could be, I just heard a musician. They could maybe do a lot of drugs. We've got Meadow here. This person does not know peace. They don't know peace. They are very chaotic. Okay. Smoke. Yeah, that's where I said the drugs comes in. So I don't want to like say the word because I'm not trying to get demonetized on YouTube. I don't really know how that works. I mean, technically, as I film this video, I'm not monetized right now. But, you know, I just don't want to be censored. So if you can spell, good for you. Smoke. This person, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors around them, around who they are, around what they present to people. And because they don't know themselves, they have a lot of cloudiness in how they present themselves and just in their understanding of the world and who they are. This person is actually very deep, but they don't want to go into the depths of themselves. And, you know, every person has value no matter who they are. And I think that you might see the value in this person. You might see the depths of this person, but they don't often allow other people to see it. They may not know it in themselves. And also they may not have, they may be scared of going there. This also makes me think of somebody who smokes too much, drinks too much, that kind of thing. This person is like not willing to do the hard work of getting to know themselves. Faux show. The moon coming here. So the moon has like a lot of phases. The moon is always whole, but we don't always see the whole moon, right? So again, this idea of a lot of smoke and mirrors, like not letting people fully see truly, here we go. Fully see truly who this person is. But there is this idea of coming alive in the nighttime. Isn't that a Drake lyric? I don't know what song that is, but we did get Energy by Drake coming out in the Identifiers. I want to look that up. Okay, yeah, that's from What's My Name by Drake and Rihanna. And now I'm thinking about that song Last Name by Carrie Underwood, where she's like, last night I went out, had a little bit too much. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know the lyrics to it, but the basics of the song are that she gets really, really drunk and she meets this guy and they hit it off, but she like goes home with him or whatever, doesn't know his last name. And then by the end of the song, you realize that she actually got married to him that night. Like they were really drunk and they got married. And she's like, and I don't even know my last name, right? My mama would be so ashamed. Started off, hey cutie, where you from? And then it turned into, oh no, what have I done? And I don't even know my last name. So yeah, okay. This person could definitely make some reckless decisions, okay? And they may have already made some reckless decisions that they just don't want to talk about. They don't want to publicize. They don't want people to know about, okay? So yeah, this person definitely has secrets. Also with the moon here, the moon is a card about secrets. We've also got that smoke here, secrets, okay? This person is very secretive. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be laughing. I just like, I always... It is the source of enjoyment for me to do these readings and to like channel through the energy. And I'm not laughing at anybody. I just am joyful right now because I just love doing this. Okay. So yeah, that can describe the person that you're asking about. And let's see. How do I want to do this next part? Don't even know my last name. All right, I'm going to keep the order that I had originally planned for, I guess. I don't know why, but Spirit is telling me to do it this way. So I'm going to listen, and I'm going to just go for it. Let's see. So maybe we should figure out what's the situation. That's why I have the What's the News Oracle. Why are you even asking about this person? Why are you even asking about them? What is going on in the situation? I'm also wondering if like, so... I was about to say, you might not know this person very well because that song Last Name keeps coming up, but I don't want to actually say that because you might know this person, like you might have known them for a long time, but because they don't know themselves, it's kind of inherently impossible for anybody else to know them. You know, we can observe other people's behaviors and we can make judgments about them or think that we know them because of, you know, spending a lot of time with them or observing how they behave, but that doesn't mean really that like you know who somebody is. It's like this idea like you can be married to somebody for a really long time and still not know much about them. You know, people can have secrets. They can have things that are hidden from you. And I'm not saying that to scare anybody. It's just kind of like the reality of life and the reality of the situation. So this person definitely could have some destructive behaviors they engage in, and maybe that's kind of what you know about them on the outside, but on the inside they may have, not even they may have, they definitely have a much deeper depth to them and to who they are. So something interesting to me right now is this Ocean card. I assumed that this was the sun on this Ocean card. You guys see that? But with the moon coming out here, I realized like, oh, I could have totally misconceived the idea of what this circle meant, right? Because ultimately these drawings are just symbols, right? And the idea of having preconceived notions about something is coming through here and being sorely mistaken. I don't even want to say sorely mistaken, but just being mistaken about it, you know? Like this circle could literally be the sun or the moon, but my first thought was that it was the sun, and then I realized like, oh, actually, it doesn't have to be that. It could very well be the moon, especially since the moon is here, right? Why would I assume that this is at daytime? For what reason? Why would I assume that this is at daytime? Maybe it's because it's like daytime right now as I'm filming this reading, but it's like, that was silly for me to assume that. So I feel like there are assumptions being made about this person, maybe on your part, that are not correct, okay? So yeah, let's see. Something about dancing shoes wanted to come through, but I had lost it, so we'll see. It's a song. I don't feel like this is the song that I originally wanted, but it is coming now, so I'll say it. Don't Feel Like Dancing by Scissor Sisters. I don't feel like dancing, no sir, no dancing today. Don't feel like dancing, dancing. Dooby 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 doo doo. Don't feel like dancing, dancing. How I break it down when I'm not in the mood. I don't feel like dancing, dancing. Do 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 do. Okay. If there's another song, I feel like it's like something by like the Bee Gees or whatever. What is that? So it could be You Make Me Feel Like Dancing or You Should Be Dancing. Those are both songs. And then there's that other song, Boogie Shoes by Casey and the Sunshine Band. You make me feel like dancing, wanna dance the night away. You make me feel like dancing. And that movie Saltburn is also coming through here. Murder on the dance floor. If you've seen that movie, then you know this like wild woman, naked person, the dancing shoes, the meadow. That might all make sense to you as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to this next deck here. I'm drinking chamomile tea right now, you guys. If you people are tea drinkers, let me know in the comments below what your favorite kind of tea is. Yum. Okay. I just imagine somebody being like, my favorite kind of tea is gossip. Anyway, let's see. What's the news? Oh, that's so funny. I forgot even that there's like a little teacup on the front of this card, or on the back, I guess, rather. That's so funny. You make me feel like dancing. That song is by Leo Slayer, which, speaking of Slayer, yeah, that movie Saltburn, definitely coming through right now. You might have watched that movie with this person, or talked about that movie with this person, or just maybe that movie like reminds you of this person somehow. I don't know. Maybe they really like it. Anyway, what's going on with this person and Pile 1? What's the news between this person and Pile 1? You make me feel like dancing. Viral, going viral. One or both of you could be sick, or maybe have had a viral video. Y'all figured it out. Interesting. I'm gonna keep that in the reverse. I just like wanted to say upright for some reason. I guess I'll read it both ways. So, you know what is coming through right now? There's so many songs coming out, and it's so funny because we had DJ Tambi from Ink Master came out in the Identifiers, and he's a tattoo artist, but because his name is DJ, sometimes like I take it as like DJ, like what can we got DJ, you know? And like all these songs are coming out, and I did say that like maybe one person is a musician or something like that. I don't know why. Anyway, there's a song by Nickelback called Figured You Out, and that song is coming through right now. I like your pants around your feet. Okay. And I like the dirt that's on your knees. I like the way you still say please while you're looking up at me. You're like my favorite damn disease. So yeah, that song kind of progresses. Like he talks about, you know, like I like all these things about you, but then like really he doesn't like these things about her, I guess, or about this person. It's like they talk a lot about like drug use and just like the dynamic between the two of them and like the person's friends and stuff like that. So this idea of like changing feelings changing. One person in this scenario could have an STD. That's possible. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at the idea of STDs. I just enjoy doing this, and so sometimes I laugh about it. Anything else? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Ooh, hospital visit. Yeah, so definitely somebody could be requiring or putting off medical care. Or maybe they got sick recently and like either didn't do anything about it or did not have a positive diagnosis. Okay. What else? So yeah, I'm gonna leave those cards. We're gonna come back to those. Well, we probably won't come back to those. I feel like this is this is the extent of what I'm gonna do with those cards. But me saying that is making me feel like you might have like reached your limit with this person, or being like kind of keeping them at an arm's length. Like this is the extent of what our relationship is gonna be. It's not gonna be anything more than this or whatever. This person may not take very good care of themselves, and you may have figured it out, but like in a negative way. Like I figured it out about you, found out about you by Gin Blossoms coming through as well. I figured it out about you, but like I don't like it. you know? Like when you think of like y'all figured it out, it kind of makes you think of it in a positive way, like, oh yeah, we resolved the situation. That's not what I'm getting here. I'm feeling like you guys figured it out, but it's something that you don't like, don't appreciate, and it's like you found out something, you know, that you're not happy about. There could be, like I said, STDs coming through pretty strongly here. Hopefully that's not the case, that there was any sort of like transmission between unknowing partners or anything like that. Make sure you guys are wrapping it up. Make sure you guys are staying safe out there. But yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's talk about these hidden intentions. And it doesn't even have to be hidden intentions. You might have figured out what their intentions are and you're just looking here for confirmation. But we're using the Lunar Nomad Oracle here because, again, with the moon is about secrets. It's also about the subconscious. So this is about, what are this person's intentions for pile 1? What are this person's intentions for pile 1? The person who pile 1 is asking about, what are their intentions for pile 1? I like your pants around your knees. And I like your pants around your feet. That's the words. And I like the dirt that's on your knees. Tree. Interesting. So this makes me think they want to grow with you. They would like to grow with you, plant roots with you. I like the freckles on your chest. And we also got stars here down at the bottom, number 16. I'll turn that around so you guys can see. With it being kind of in the reverse though, that does kind of make me think. So the star in the tarot is number 17 in the deck. And it can be a card about hope. Just being here kind of makes me think that even though this person wants to grow with you, they want to plant roots. We also have a rabbit here. So they definitely are trying to F-U-C-K. Okay, they are trying to fuck. They are trying to get it in. That's for sure. But they may not have a lot of hope actually about the future or about themselves or something like that. But this person does want stability with you. They want something longevity, long lasting. For some of them, they want family. Thinking about a family tree here. They might have visions of like working together in some way or saving together in some way. With the squirrel on this card. This card is actually very busy. An idea of getting busy coming through as well. You know, if you know, you know. But something else that I'm noticing is that we've got these like butterflies. You guys see these butterflies here? And they're kind of like light, but they're still there. And so it's like this idea of transformation, this light transformation. They could be looking to you to like help them to change their ways or to inspire them to change their ways. Even if they're not telling you about that. It might be like that. So I'm going to share a personal story. Normally I don't really like to share personal stories, but I will. I was dating this one guy a long time ago, and it turned out that he had a drug problem that I did not realize was a serious drug problem. And then when I realized it, obviously I had to do what was best for me, and I had to get out of that relationship. However, he was looking to me to be this like perfect person, and like I don't do drugs, so I feel like he wanted me and my lifestyle to like influence him and his lifestyle. And it's okay, I guess, if you're like looking to somebody for inspiration, but it's not necessarily okay if you are trying to have somebody be your accountability when you're not being accountable to yourself at all, and when you're busy like avoiding your feelings and avoiding, the inner work that you need to do. It's not fair to the other person to uphold them and put them on this pedestal if they're supposed to be so perfect. Meanwhile, like, you're not perfect. And them being the perfect one allows them so much space to fall in the eyes of the imperfect person if they even make like a little mistake, or they do something that like doesn't go along with that vision or that ideal of perfection in the eyes of the person who has a lot of work to do on themselves. We all have a lot of work to do on ourselves. You know, I'm not trying to like say in this particular case that like I was better than this person, better than my ex or whatever. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that there was a scenario in that situation where he felt like if I did something that he didn't like, how do I want to say this? I'm like trying to keep it generic, but I'm also trying to like protect my privacy a little bit, but I feel like I need to tell this story. Okay, I'm going to use an analogy. So let's say that somebody has a really tough time with like overeating, and they have this like healthy friend who has a good relationship with food, and they see one day that friend who has a good relationship with food has, for example, maybe like a quote unquote cheat day or something like that. I don't know if cheat days are healthy. I'm just using this as an example. And on the cheat day, the healthy friend, quote unquote, decides to get like, you know, a hamburger and fries, and maybe they get like 2 ice creams, or they eat 2 hamburgers or whatever. And the overeating friend is triggered by the healthy friend having their cheat day, being like, well, you're supposed to be the healthy one. Like, when I'm with you, you're supposed to inspire me to eat healthier. Meanwhile, the overeating friend is like not really doing anything. They're not trying to like change their own diet. They're not seeking counseling. They're not going to like Overeaters Anonymous or anything like that. I mean, not saying that that's what overeating people should be doing. I'm just giving this as an example. And so they're trying to hold the healthy friend as this like accountability for themselves. Meanwhile, they themselves are not doing anything about trying to change their behavior. And so they get mad at the healthy friend for having a cheat day. Meanwhile, the healthy friend almost all the time is eating healthy. It's just like in this one instance, they're not. Right? So, this could be about being like a bad influence, or like the other person seeing you as being a bad influence on them, or about them putting you on this pedestal, and when you don't live up to that expectation, like them getting mad at you for it or something like that, right? So that story is coming through, or that analogy is coming through for a reason. It may resonate with some people. I have another idea about how to share this story as well. So here's another analogy. Let's say that 2 friends are, you know, let's say they're like on their way home from a night out or whatever, and one of the friends is like, oh, you know, I think that I might want like a little midnight snack or something. Like, are you hungry? And friend number 2 is like, no, not really, but like if you want to go get something, like I'll go sit with you or whatever, right? And friend number 1 is like, oh, you know, like I'm not sure yet. I'll think about it. Are you sure you don't want anything? Like, you know, you could get something too. Blah, blah, blah. Is there anything that like you normally like to eat around this time or whatever? Blah, blah, blah. Or like, you know, after you've been drinking or something, right? And friend number 1 is like kind of pushing friend number 2 to get something, even though friend number 2 has said that they don't really want anything. And so by the time that they get to the store, friend number 2 is still not intending on getting anything, but friend number 1 is kind of like pushing them a little bit. And so then friend number 2 ends up getting a snack that they didn't really want in the first place. So they end up spending money on this snack and eating maybe these like empty calories or whatever that they never intended on eating in the first place, because friend number 1 put them in that situation and kind of pushed them to do it, even, and it was so that friend number 1 would feel better about their decision. Friend number 1 wanted the snack and felt like friend number 2 also needed to get a snack. And if friend number 2 didn't get a snack, then friend number 1 would have felt bad about themselves for having the snack. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Anyway, despite that, I do want to say, like, this person, their intentions for you are like longevity, lifelong. They do intend some sort of transformation, and they may project part of that onto you. But overall, I would say that their intentions are actually pretty healthy. We'll see through the tarot. You may not agree with things of this person's lifestyle. They may have some issues with themselves that they want to fix. Maybe they don't know how to fix them. Maybe they're not ready to fix them or whatever. But this person, I do believe that they have actually good intentions for you with this tree here. Because this tree does not appear to be sick. I know that we do have like viral here and hospital visit or whatever. But with hospital visit in the reverse, it makes me think that this is something that could go away without serious intervention. So going back to the idea of like somebody being like an alcoholic or drug addict or whatever, or just dabbling in those things. Maybe it's not as far as an addiction, and that's why it doesn't require a literal intervention. Like I said intervention before, and I wasn't thinking about literal intervention. You know how like when a drug addict, all their friends and family come together and they're like, here's how your actions have affected me in the following negative ways, right? That would be the intervention. I don't feel like that's going to have to happen here. I feel like this person wants to be fully seen, and they also want to accept their dark side, but they want to be fully seen by you and by other people, and they recognize that there is change that needs to be made. They may not be ready to make that change right now, but they do recognize that change needs to be made. And for some people, this might be growing pains. It might just be growing out of it. But this tree appears to me to be very healthy, very vibrant. You see all these animals that are here with this tree? There does seem to be a lot of vivacity. Is that a word? Vivaciousness going on in this situation. If this is your friend, and I said earlier, like, oh, they want to fuck. If this is your friend, some of them may have a little attraction to you. You know, sexuality is on a spectrum. That doesn't mean that they're actually going to ever act on it or anything like that. But the bunny I'm thinking about, I have this deck, it's called the Chinese Tarot, and on the moon card, there is like a bunny on the moon card, and it is about like gentleness. So they may just want you to like be gentle with them. Cardi B came out in the Identifiers, and she has that song, Be Careful, right? And it's like, be careful with me, right? And it's like this idea of, you know, I'm giving you trust, I'm giving you my heart, whatever, be careful with me. Also, don't play with me, right? Now I'm thinking about Sweetie. She goes, I'm not a PlayStation, so don't play with me. But yeah, I think that this person finds you very valuable. You could have known this person, like I said before, for a really long time. Some of you guys, that might not resonate at all, but just thinking about how like an acorn can turn into this like massive oak tree, right? And it's like squirrels go around saving acorns and planting them and stuff, and all these like massive trees are created, and they can be ecosystems in themselves, you know, homes for different animals and habitats, and like they clean the air, and it's just like life coming from this tree. So this person, I definitely think, has long-term intentions for you, and I think that the intentions are pretty healthy overall, and they just, you know, they see you being in their life for a long time. So yeah, let's get the tarot out and see what we have to add to this message, because I know it started off a little rocky, but it's come around to be more positive than I think we were expecting. And that kind of goes back to what I was saying about this Ocean card, how you might have some preconceived notions about this person or some assumptions about it that turn out to not be true, right? Like the first part of the reading started off a little shady, and then the last part so far has become a lot more positive. So yeah, let's see. Spirit, tell us about this person's intentions for pile 1. This person's intentions for pile 1. We got the 4 of Swords here. Is that no, it's the 6 of Swords, sorry. 6 of Swords here in reverse. And it's funny, that's the Staten Island Ferry on the card. We got here the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So I did mention earlier about like saving money. So they may have some intentions with you that have to do with getting over poverty. Ooh, some of you guys may be, you know, this could be a Bob the Builder situation for some people. Okay. Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Page of Pentacles here in reverse. So for some of you guys, this person might actually be wasting your time. You know, they could have good intentions, but that doesn't mean it's not a waste of time. And I talked to you guys about, like I shared that little personal story about me and one of my ex-boyfriends, and I don't think that that guy had bad intentions for me. Like, he was never mean to me, you know, but it was a waste of my time. So, yeah, we got here King of Cups. Interesting. So this is Basquiat in this picture. Jean-Michel Basquiat, a famous painter, artist. And so that can be about starting a family, can be about daddy energy, loving marriage energy. For those of you guys who are asking about a friend, I think that this person may want to support your art if you are an artist, or they may want to support your dreams and desires. Maybe they don't have a lot of time for you. You might not have been spending a lot of time with this person lately, but that doesn't mean they don't care about you. They do. Six of Swords here in reverse. They may not be making solid plans for you or with you. And you guys might not be like traveling in the same direction. You might have plans that kind of oppose each other, which could be also why it's like a little bit of a waste of time. This person, spending time with them might cost you money that you didn't intend to spend. Kind of like how I talked about in that earlier story where I was like about the snacks or whatever. You might end up spending money that you didn't intend to spend while hanging out with this person. And resources that you didn't intend to use, you might end up using. Speaking of art, we have like a Keith Haring style art doodle. Also makes me think of Mr. Doodle as well on the back of this card. So art and artistry is coming through as well here. This is the Six of Cups here in reverse. That's about letting go of the past. Any other things about the intentions of this person towards pile one? All right. So, normally I would say that there does seem, I think this goes with the idea of having a misconception again, because I was about to say, like, you might think that there's some Peter Pan energy here, but I think this person's actually a lot more mature than you think that they are. Maybe the maturity is not showing up in the way that you think it should be, but that doesn't mean it's not there. And that they don't have like a long-term vision. They might not have plans. It doesn't mean that they don't have a long-term vision, okay? Sixes are about stability. They can also be about beauty. I just wanted to say truth. I don't know why. It's not really, not really part of it, but sure. And so I think it just goes back to the idea of like not seeing somebody clearly, parts and things being hidden from you. There could be just a level of immaturity here, but this person definitely has a massive capacity for growth. And I'm not telling you that to tell you to like hang on and wait, because I did say that there could be a waste of time, right? I'm not telling you to say that hang on and wait. I'm not telling you to do anything. Everybody has free will here in all these situations. But I do think that this person is at least very emotionally supportive and emotionally more mature than you're giving them credit for, okay? They may not handle everything the way that you think that they should handle it, but that doesn't mean that they aren't emotionally insightful, okay? You could have known this person for a long time, and it may be that you could, part of you guys might be seeing them through a lens of who they used to be or who you think they used to be. That's one thing. But another one is like, for some of you guys, you do have to let things, let the chips fall where they may, let things go, let the chips fall where they may. Yeah. You know, just because somebody has certain intentions for you doesn't mean that you have to have the same intentions back for them. That's one thing. And then also, like, if the roots are as strong as you think they are, or that you hope that they are, which I'm kind of getting that maybe they're not, to be honest. I'm kind of getting that maybe they're not. Then you can always come back together later if the roots are as strong as you think that they are. But I am kind of getting that the roots may not be as strong as you think that they are. Like, the roots that kind of tie you guys together. The bonds, the emotional bonds might not be as strong as you would want them to be or think that they are or whatever. So, yeah. I find it interesting that we have kind of two versions of flora and fauna in this reading. We've got these little like hanging flower baskets here on this card. And then of course we've got this tree here. And the hanging flower baskets, I feel like they require more care and maintenance. And maybe one of you guys is not willing to do the care and the maintenance that is required to really grow this connection, you know? Like, the tree is outside. The earth cares and maintains for it. But these little flower pots, they require human interference. They require somebody to water them, make sure that they get the right amount of sunlight and stuff like that. And to a degree, the earth will do that for you if you have them hanging outside. Like, these are hanging outside, they're at a playground, right? But they still also do require somebody to be watching over them. And I kind of feel like that level of care and compassion maybe is not there in this connection. And that's why I say maybe the roots are not as deep as you think that they are. Like, the roots of a tree literally go deep into the earth. The roots of these plants, like, they're contained and they're bunched up in this container. You know, they don't have the space to spread out. And if they did have the space to spread out, they would grow together. They would grow much larger. And so this idea of keeping things contained, and that container could be the preconceived notions that we were talking about before as well. There also could be a message here about maybe like not wanting kids or something like that, or not being able to have kids or something like that. If this is like a romantic connection, you guys might want different things when it comes to that. Something else that I'm seeing is that this person may ultimately not be willing to like do the dance with you. You know, whether that means that they're not willing to, how do I want to say this? Do the fun parts and the hard parts, I guess. I don't know. The idea that like maybe their dance card is already full or something like that is also coming through. I don't know. Take that as you will. This person may also compartmentalize you in their life. Like, keep you separated from other parts of their life on purpose, intentionally. We did get hide your kids, hide your wife come out in the identifiers. So this person could have a secret family or just want to keep you separate from their family or other people that they're close to or other people that they care about. You know, you might expect to be let into their life in like a more meaningful way, and they might be keeping you apart from that. And that could be inhibiting your growth as friends or as a couple or whatever. All right, pile one, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on this video. I love you. Thank you for sticking it out with me. I'm going to end your reading here, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye. What it do, pile two? If you chose the second card, you got actually two cards, Green Jade and Smoky Quartz. Woo! All right, we'll read what's on those cards a little bit later. We're going to set this off to the side for now. And this is going to be the identifiers portion of the reading. If you'd like to skip this part, You can always go down to the timestamps down below. There will be another timestamp that says pile 2 reading, and you can just skip straight over that. Totally up to you. A lot of people like to use these to confirm that their intuition was correct. So I invite you to either stay or go, whatever feels best for you. If you already feel really attached or drawn to the smoky quartz, the green jade, or just to the energy of pile 2, then, you know, do you, boo. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the identifiers. So the way that these work is that at least one of the things that comes out of my handy dandy lip bowl should be resonant with you, should be familiar to you, could have even just shown up in your life in passing in the last couple of weeks or couple of days. So yeah, let's see what we've got in here. Today the question is, what are their intentions towards you? Spirit, pile 2 is probably thinking of a specific person. We want to know about pile 2. Who's pile 2? Who are my pile 2 people? Who are the people who chose pile 2? While I'm doing this, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel. When you like the video, it helps it to spread farther across the YouTube community so that people who may need to hear the messages can find it. And when you subscribe, it makes you and I more connected so that my readings are more pinpointed to you and your energy, more accurate for you. Anybody else in pile 2? Anybody else in pile 2 spirit? Pile 2 people. All right then. Let's get into it. Let's see who my pile 2 people are. We've got Matthew McConaughey, LOL. I said, let's see who my pile 2 people are, and like an actual person came out. Matt, if you're watching this, hey. So you might have just like seen a movie with him in it. He could be like your favorite actor. Maybe he stars in your favorite movie. You might have seen like an ad or something with him in it. I know he's like in the Cadillac ads, or maybe it's Lincoln. I don't remember which one it is. The Joker by Steve Miller Band. That's a song from the 70s. I want to say it's from the 70s. It might be from the 80s. Satsuma. Actually, I would now want to go and check what decade that song is from. Satsuma is a citrus fruit. I was right. It's from the 70s, 1973. All right. Pink velvet. Pink velvet. So you may own something that's made out of pink velvet. You might just really like pink velvet. I don't know. Maybe there's like a band called Pink Velvet. I don't know if that's true. I just feel like looking at it now, it could be a good band name. I don't know. Grand Crew. That was a TV show about a friend group living in LA who like hung out at a wine bar. It was very cute. Chemical Hearts, movie on Netflix starring Lily Reinhardt. How do you say that woman's name? I keep saying it and I'm never sure if I'm saying it right. Let me go find out. There's a lot of research going on during these identifiers. Lily Reinhardt. Is she in that movie? I'm pretty sure she is. Lily, yeah, she is. Lily Reinhardt. Okay, now I know. Now I'm going to say it right. Lily Reinhardt is in that movie. She's also in Riverdale. Picture by Sheryl Crow and Kid Rock. That's a song. It's a little country duet. It's very popular at karaoke. Meditation. So you might be getting into a meditation practice. You might be learning meditation. Or maybe you already have a meditation practice. Honeybee by The Head and the Heart. That's a song. Honeybee, could you imagine where our lives would lead? That silly ring, it wasn't meant to be. Something to something, darling, my honeybee. I don't know why I needed to finish that, but I did. Burn by Usher. I think that you should let it burn. When you're feeling me, the same in your body, don't want you. All right, School of Rock. That is a movie. It's also like a place where people learn how to play music. It's like a music teaching franchise. Linkin Park band. Famous band, R.I.P. Chester. ATVs. Those are like four-wheelers that people go riding like in the jungle or like in the country. That kind of thing. Hello Talk app. So that's an app that people use to talk to people in other countries and like practice foreign languages. Work from Home by Fifth Harmony. We can work from home. Oh, maybe you do actually work from home. The Postal Service. So these two things together make me think like maybe some of you guys are small business owners. You might work from home selling stuff, and then you like have to go to the post office to like mail your items. I don't know. The Postal Service is also a band. 8701, the album by Usher. That's so funny that it came out directly underneath Burn by Usher. Burn is not on the 8701 album, it's on Confessions, but Usher energy coming through. Blueberries, so you might really like Blueberries. Something weird is going on this piece of paper. It like, the ink is like turning yellow. Can you guys see that? I don't know if you guys can see that, but the ink is like turning yellow. It's very strange to me that that's happening. I don't know why. That has not happened on any of my other slips. I don't know. Hidden Figures, that's a movie about the women of NASA who helped put a man on the moon, specifically the black women. Geniuses, we love them. Lights by Journey, that's a song. When the lights go down in the city. 93 Till Infinity by Souls of Mischief. Okay, great song as well. Hidden Figures, I feel like I should mention, stars Janelle Monáe, Octavia Spencer, Taraji P. Henson. Famous Last Words. And then I also feel called to mention Buzz Aldrin. I don't know why. I mean, he's in the movie, I guess, but not he himself, but his character. Hot Yoga. Am I right about that? Is that true? You know what? He's actually not portrayed in that movie, but I still felt called to call him out. I don't know why. Anyway, Diamond. So that could be like Diamond from Love is Blind season 1, the girl who was engaged to Carlton, or Gemstone, or An Engagement. Okay, interesting. Let's see, what do we have here? Ballet Slippers, OPI. So that could be like actual dancing shoes, but it's also a like nail polish color that's just a very pale pink. The Gambler by Kenny Rogers. Gotta know when to hold them, gotta know when to fold them. What's that song? I also just thought about that song, The Weight, by the band for some reason. I don't know why. Baby Mother, she's a rapper from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Flight 99 by Taku, Matt McWaters, and Masego. That's a song. Fresh Air. So maybe you heard somebody say like, oh, I need to get some fresh air, or like, let's let in some fresh air, open the windows. Or Fresh Air also is a podcast from NPR. Nick Miller, New Girl. Wake Up in the Sky, Gucci Mane, Bruno Mars, Kodak Black. That's a song. Okay, anyway. Real Girls, Flatbush Zombies. That's a song. Real Girls Get Down on the Floor. It's spelled R-E-E-L, like you're reeling in like a fishing line. Tea Ceremony. So some of you guys might have like a tea ritual. I'm actually drinking tea right now out of my big cup. Peppermint for the win. You know what? I mentioned tea in pile 1 as well. So you may have some messages in pile 1, either about the same person or I guess about a different person. I don't know. Houston, Texas. Made me think about Megan Thee Stallion. Love her. Love, Simon. That's a movie. And then last but not least, Mia Thermopolis. All right. Mia Thermopolis is the main character of The Princess Diaries. She's played by Anne Hathaway in the movie. The Princess Diaries is, in fact, a book series as well. So I used to read those all the time when I was a teenager. Anyway, The book series is by Meg Cabot. I do want to say that I feel like the movie Dazed and Confused is kind of coming through as well right now. We've got Matthew McConaughey here, and famous last words. He had that little catchphrase like, all right, all right, all right. But also 93 Till Infinity came out. That movie came out in 1993. I was just like feeling the energy, and I thought maybe it was because of like the Joker. That movie is set in the 70s, but it was made, or it premiered, I guess, in 1993. And I was like, oh, the Joker and Dazed and Confused supposed to be set in the same year. They're not. Dazed and Confused was supposed to be set in 1976, and the Joker is from 1973. So I don't know if that song appears in that movie at all. I have only seen that movie like one time, but for some reason it's coming through, and I felt like I should say it. So yeah. Houston decided to stay on here. So the whole like NASA thing, Houston, we have a problem, is coming through as well. But so is, what is that song by Megan Thee Stallion? She's like, Megan from Houston, I'm naturally sexy. Hold on. Is Cocky AF, I think. Still Tippin' Freestyle? It's both. So yeah, those songs could be relevant to you. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go write these down in my tarot journal. I actually designed and created a tarot journal for y'all. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box. It's a really good place to write down any insights that you may have, whether you're doing tarot readings for yourself or getting readings done by other people or watching videos. It's always good to write down things that stuck out to you, because tarot ultimately is a tool for self-development, and that is what I strive to do on this channel, is to help raise the vibration of everybody. And one of the best ways to do that is to find out where you are now and figure out where it is that you're trying to go. And tarot gives you a way to mirror that. It gives you a reflection of the moment. So if you write down some of your insights, you can use those to move forward, and they'll stick with you for longer, and you can use them to learn and to level up. So I highly encourage you to journal if you are a tarot practitioner. And if you'd like to check out my journal that I made for you guys, like I said, the link is down below. Anyway, shameless self-plug is over. I'm going to write these down in my tarot journal, and we'll get into the reading. Hey there, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the second card, it was really 2 cards. We had the green jade and the smoky quartz. Smoky quartz, I'm actually going to do second. Green jade we'll do first. It says attracting love, ooh, balance, dreams come true, and purity. Okay, interesting. And then smoky quartz says dispels negative energy, home protection, earth connection, achieving career success. Those are both very positive ideas. Love that for you, pile 2. So yeah, some fun, good energy to bring in and to be a part of. Let's see. Sorry guys, I'm like just trying to make sure that they look straight in the camera. Okay. We are gonna start off with the deck of character today. We do have tarot, it's coming in later. I'm gonna be live shuffling everything. The question is, what are their intentions towards you? You should have a person in mind for this reading. And I guess these cards are gonna tell us about them. Gonna give us some little insight to who this person is. And then we'll get insight into the scenario, and then we'll get what their intentions are towards you. And then we'll get into the tarot. Yeah, if you didn't watch the Identifiers, that's fine. But there was something that came out, and it's not like stuck in my head. Megan Thee Stallion goes like, I'm Megan from Houston, I'm naturally sexy. It just keeps coming through. So I don't know if that energy is like for the person that you're asking about, if that energy is for you or whatever. It could be for both, I guess. But yeah, it's coming through. Anyway, somebody might just be a Megan Thee Stallion fan. I don't know. Something just like came to me and then it slipped away. Oh well, whatever. I guess if it comes back, it comes back. All right, Spirit, let's ask about pile 2, the person that they're asking about, the person whose intentions they're asking about. Tell us. Okay, we got flower here. You know what's so funny is that Fresh Air came out in the identifiers, and like the first thing that I thought of when this little flower came out upside down was like, this person may not smell fresh. Or maybe they don't go outside a lot. Maybe they like need to go touch some grass and they haven't touched any grass in a while recently or something like that. I don't know. And this might be somebody you know from online. What else? Tell us more. Farmer. That's literally so funny. How funny is that? Unicorn, farmer. Also now I'm thinking this person may have a relationship with marijuana. Mary Jane marijuana. Sometimes it's called flower. And with unicorn, me thinking it's like the special kind of flower. So they may have some sort of, they may have like worked on a grow farm, some sort of like legal or illegal, I guess, cannabis operation. I don't really know. But yeah, that's so funny. Literally, that the flower came out and the farmer also came out. That's hilarious to me. What else? Tell us more about the person that pile 2 is asking about. Poet in reverse. This person is really fake deep. This person could definitely like get high and say some fake deep shit. Okay, so we got dumpster here and we got rainbow in reverse. Let's hope this isn't the case, that this person is like anti-LGBTQ, because that's rude and horrible. You know what's coming to me right now is there's this episode of New Girl where they don't say it like this. I'm trying to think of if that was a different TV show where somebody was like, it looks like blah 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 threw up all over you, like Lisa Frank store. They didn't say that exactly. It's not like the Lisa Frank store, but it's like it looks like something threw up all over you. But there's an episode of New Girl where somebody tells Jess like, you rock a lot of polka dots, and Jess of course takes offense to it because of the way that the girl said it. But New Girl did kind of come out in our identifiers. It was Nick Miller New Girl, but I still count the New Girl reference as well. I don't know why I felt like I needed to say that, but I just did. It's just the idea of like somebody being covered in something. Dumpster coming out here too definitely reinforces the idea that this person may not smell the freshest. They might have hygiene issues. Maybe they're like just dirty. They might be dirty. Dirty bit. I wanted to say dirty bitch, but that's not the name of the song. That's not how the song goes. That's Dirty Bit by Black Eyed Peas. What's the real name of that song? I'm doing a lot of research during this pile. I don't know why. I normally don't stop and do this much research, but like I'll look a couple things up, but the song is called The Time. And it samples like the time of our lives. Okay, coming through again with New Girl reference. So in the very first episode of New Girl, she is like getting over a breakup and she rewatches over and over again Dirty Dancing, which is where that song, I've had the time of my life and I owe it all to you, right? That song is just like playing over and over and over again in the loft. And that song is featured or sampled in The Time Dirty Bit by Black Eyed Peas. So yeah, coming through. This person might really like New Girl as a TV show. They might just generally be dirty. I don't really know. I don't know. This energy it's not like confusing, but it's like chaotic. It's like a little bit all over the place. Let's see, what else? Is there anything else? Oh man, there's so much else. Let's see. Should I take all these? Yes, okay, I will. I think I'm being told to just kind of like look at them, not necessarily put them all out. So we've got forest and reverse, which, okay, let's see. Poop. God, oh my God. Okay, we've got fuel, fairy, guts, the self, treadmill. Okay, so something that I'm getting is that this person may be a little bit LGBTQ. I wanted to say fruity. I don't know why. But they're just like a little bit afraid to, they don't have the guts to come forward and say that about themselves. It's interesting that so many of these cards came out upright though. Something else interesting is that the idea of like fertilizer, poop can be used as a fertilizer, and the fact that it came out next to force, it's like this person is not nurturing themselves. Okay, yeah, they're not nurturing themselves the way that they should be. Also, fuel being here, sometimes a way that is used to re-nurture or put nutrients back into the soil. I don't know what the word for that would be, but a way to put nutrients back in the soil is to like burn down an area. So sometimes people will like burn down forests, or they'll burn down like an area of their farm, and it will put nutrients back into the soil. So I'm kind of getting that this person, instead of doing the hard work of fertilizing themselves, they would rather kind of like burn everything down and start over. This is the type of person I feel like who runs away from their problems with the treadmill here, but in doing so, they may actually give themselves like a brand new start where they could actually be themselves. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Love Simon came out in our identifiers, and something that the character Simon says in the beginning of that movie is that so to give you guys an example, or I guess if you, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie yet, and I'm sorry that I'm rambling so much. It's like pretty early in the morning, and I woke up and like couldn't sleep, so I made myself some tea and like made myself my breakfast, but it's overnight oats, so I'm like leaving it in the fridge for a little while, and I came over here and I just feel like my brain is like a little bit scrambly, but not in a bad way, but just like I'm over here like rambling like crazy. Anyway, maybe some of you guys feel like that too. I don't know. But like I said, there's like a chaotic energy that's like kind of going through this situation. In the movie Love, Simon, he is gay. And in the beginning of the movie, he's not out. And he doesn't want anybody to know. And he doesn't know how to tell his family. And he has this idea that he's a senior in high school. He has this idea that when he goes to college next year, he's planning on going to like UCLA or something. He can just start over and he can be his fully out gay self, and nobody ever has to know that he wasn't out, you know, this, that, and the other. And then like when the people from his hometown find out that he's gay, he'll be miles and miles away, and none of their opinions or anything that they say will matter, which shouldn't matter anyway, but you know. He's a teenager, and social stuff is like very important to teenagers. So it's this idea of running away from your problems, but like in running away, feeling freer to be your actual self. So, and having the guts to be your actual self. Like this idea of like burning it all down and starting over, and that being the thing that allows you to free yourself. Okay. So this person may be going through something like that, but in the interim, that might be something that they like dream about, kind of like how he dreams about it in Love, Simon. But in the real world, in the interim, this person is just like not willing to put in the hard work that it would take to actually be themselves here and now. Okay. So yeah, that being said, they could be on like a fitness journey. Some of them might be trying to heal their guts. That might be happening. They might be feeling a little bit constipated. They might have IBS. They might have just issues when it comes to digestion and stuff like that. Some of them could maybe not be eating like the best or freshest food. Maybe they're trying to learn about how to be healthier and how to eat healthier. You got here cave in the reverse. This is a lot of cards. That's okay. That's okay. I'm okay with it. Let me just straighten this out for you guys. Yeah, this could be a person who's very closeted. Because it's like, I just got that idea from coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine from Mr. Brightside. Sometimes like whenever the cave card comes out, I think like coming out of my cave and I've been doing just fine. But the fact that this is like in reverse, this person definitely wants to stay in the cave, wants to stay in the dark. And I think it's making them sad. I think it's making them depressed. They might be writing like a lot of sad poetry or something like that. Yeah. Coming out of my cave and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. Yeah, this person, like, they want it all, but they're not willing to put in the work on themselves to get it all. At least not right now, at least not in their current environment, not in their current city. They also might just feel like they're surrounded by trash people, which, you know, that could be true. They could be like that lone unicorn in their town. It's like, you know, when you're like in a really small town and you're like the only gay person in the town, or there's like only like 2 of you in the town or something like that, which actually goes back to Love, Simon as well, because it was like, it was him and one other out gay kid at his school, right? So it's like feeling just like you really stick out in a space where people really may not accept you. You know, the idea of being in like a small town, for example, in like Arkansas or somewhere, and it's not very progressive and not very accepting, and people might just like, you know, treat this person shitty if they were to be their true selves. So with me saying be them true selves, this could also definitely relate to like trans identity or non-binary identity. Somebody wanting to have their pronouns be in it and be addressed as like they, them. And I think that this person, like, they know deep inside who they really are. But yeah, they definitely want to run away. They definitely want to run away. Some of them may have already run away, like in the past. May have already run away. Run away as fast as you can. Okay, so you know what song is coming through? That song by Kanye West, Runaway, is coming through. And it's the part where he says, like, let's have a toast for the douchebags. Have a toast for the assholes. Have a toast for the scumbags. Every one of them that I know. Let's have a toast for the jerk-offs. Right? So it's like, yeah, this person's definitely surrounded by, like, trash people. Whether that's now or in the past, definitely have had a scenario where they were surrounded by a lot of trash people. And like, I'm not saying trash people to like judge people or whatever. I'm, one, just channeling what Spirit is telling me, but 2, it's like, this is a scenario where this person was not allowed to grow and to fully be themselves. And it was one where they were judged by people who were committed to misunderstanding them and who treated them really poorly. And that's what I mean by trash people, okay? Who didn't recognize their specialness, who didn't recognize their beauty. Thinking now about like Flower from the Concrete type of situation, right? This person definitely has been stifled in the past. And so they, you know, they don't want to be stifled anymore if they can help it. I'm also now thinking about Tinkerbell. That could be like maybe somebody's like favorite character or like a nickname. There's also, I guess, like something about a fire fairy. I'm looking it up right now, and there's like a story from Siberia called The Fire Fairy. It's like a short story based on folklore. So you guys can go look that up. It may have some meaning to you. But it's a story about like finding gold or something. I don't know. All right, let's get into this What's the News Oracle to get a little bit more of a read on this situation. All right, pile 2, the person they're asking about, what's going on with them, because we're trying to find out their intentions. So what's going on? Cloud 9, high off life and love. Ooh. Is that Paris Hilton from the Stars Are Blind music video? I don't know, maybe. Just leave. Leave. Get out right now. It's the end of you and me. That's from Leave by JoJo. Leave. Get out. About to lose their shit. Hot new affair in reverse. Passionate thoughts, thinking of each other. Okay. So this person, I'm getting kind of like an obsessive energy. It's not like full-on obsession, but they definitely spend a lot of time thinking about, it could be about you, pal, too. Even though they feel like it might not work out, or it probably isn't going to work out, maybe like the likelihood of it working out is very low. They are not going to let that stop them from thinking about you. You guys may or may not have hooked up. You may or may not ever hook up. But yeah, they definitely think about you for sure. For sure. Like I said, it's not so obsessive that it's like they're about to like lose their shit over you. But ooh, we just got back with their ex. Well, I don't want to say back with their ex, it just is back with ex. Yeah, I just thought about we are never, ever getting back together. We are never, ever, ever getting back together. Taylor Swift. Your friends talk to my friends, talk to your friends, talk to me. But we are never, ever, ever getting back together. All right, so yeah. There might be an ex coming up through the situation, but the person you're asking about is not interested in getting back together with them. Or if you got back together with your ex, they are definitely upset about it, but it's hard for them to leave the situation alone. They know that they should, but they're not going to. They know that they should, but they're not going to because it just feels so good. He's depressed, keeping it to himself. We just got that here. So yeah, I did say like this person may not be doing very well. They might not be taking very good care of themselves. So this could definitely be like one of those like post-breakup depression situations where they like don't eat, don't sleep, don't shower, blah, 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 that kind of thing. I find it interesting because we've got like on cloud nine, high F, life and love versus he's depressed. This person could be very into like ecstasy. Like taking ecstasy. You guys might have hooked up when there was like ecstasy or MDMA involved, for sure. That could be coming through as well. That is not going to apply to everybody, obviously, but it definitely could apply to some people. This could also be like a secret affair, an affair that's kept in the dark, okay? Because it's like the cave, right? This might be something that... Okay, so there's a couple examples coming through here. One, you guys may be like hooking up, but just nobody knows about it. It's a secret. And it could be like a secret... I want to keep saying lesbian. I don't know why I keep wanting to say lesbian, especially with like he's depressed here, but I do. I just want to keep saying lesbian. That reminds me of like Glee when Brittany and Santana are hooking up in secret at first. But then also, the other thing that I thought of was, I don't know, I lost it. It's gone now. Oh, yeah. Kind of like Love, Simon, but also just, you know, this happens in real life where like people have secret correspondences. It's like that happened in Love, Simon, where he and his pen pal were writing each other secret emails. You've Got Mail, where Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks were writing each other emails and like nobody knew that they had this like online romance or online friendship that turned into romance, right? So this could be like secret, like instant messaging where you're just like keeping the relationship very, very private, or secret texting where you're keeping the relationship very, very private and nobody knows about it. I think that this person doesn't like being kept in the dark. I think this person doesn't like being a secret, but yeah, they definitely really are very like physically attracted to you, for sure. Somebody might have like a beard in this situation, you know, and I don't mean a literal beard, like hair on your chin beard, even though we've got this here. I mean like the whole back with the X thing. Somebody might be in a pretend relationship to like cover up their secret gay yearnings. I guess they don't have to be gay yearnings. They could be just secret LGBTQIA plus yearnings. Okay. This definitely feels like a reading for the girls, the gays, and the theys. For sure. What else? All right, let's move on. Let's do the intentions for you. What are this person's intentions for pile 2? What kind of intentions do they have for pile 2, Spirit? I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the deck like this. Oh. Okay. It's rare that it happens like that, you guys, but it's funny when it does. All right, we got this. Anchor 35. Interesting. Okay, so you remember how I was talking about like somebody wanting to run away, to get out, and to go elsewhere where they really could feel like they could be themselves? This person may not have been the person who wanted to do that. You might have been the person who wanted to do that, okay? And if that's the case, then this person could be interested in holding you back, honey, okay? I'm getting that very deeply. Another possible interpretation here is that this person really just craves stability, okay? We do have here like this anchor inside of a coral reef. Coral reefs are notoriously teeming with life. As I said before, some of you guys may want to go watch pile 1. I don't know if I said that in this part or if I said that in the identifiers, but there could be some messages for you in pile 1, either about the same person or about a different person, but kind of like some similar but not identical energy is coming through, for sure. I'll just put it that way. You know, each pile, if there are similarities, there are like absolutely key differences. Otherwise, they wouldn't need different piles. But there could be some messages for you in pile 1. This anchor makes me feel about holding something down, holding something, I don't want to say back. I do want to say holding something down. The first thing that I thought of was holding somebody back. But now it feels like inaccurate to say that. I think that could be the first impression of what they're doing. Like they could be a little bit controlling or whatever, a little bit domineering possibly, but it's not because they're trying to hold you back, it's because they're trying to hold you down. And they're also trying to be like that rock, that anchor for you. So if you are the one who identified more or dealing with this idea of potentially coming out or getting into a new identity or wanting to like leave and go somewhere new where you feel like you can really be yourself, then this person wants to let you know that they can hold you down. I'll hold you down. I'm the one gonna hold you down. I'm the one gonna hold you down. I'm on my way. All right, yeah, there's definitely messages for you in that song, Hold You Down. DJ Khaled, Chris Brown, August Alsina, Future, Jeremiah. Go listen to it, especially that first verse in there. Go, yeah. They're like, sit in my whip and see the stars, show me just who you are. You know I really hold you down, and when you're not around, I'll hold you down. So that's also giving me like this idea of like, you know, that one friend that you have who maybe you haven't told everything to yet, but you know that they would accept you for who you are, even in this town full of trash people, whatever. Obviously not every person watching this is going to come from a small town. That's just an analogy. I just want you guys to understand that. Regardless. Yeah, this person wants to be like a sounding board for you. Interestingly enough, we have like these shells here, which remind me kind of like the conch shells. The ones that people use to like make sound, like, right? They blow through them and it makes a sound. Or you listen to them and you hear the ocean. Or also like the conch shell from Lord of the Rings, which was like a symbol of who had the power in the group, right? This person, I think, wants to empower you, but wants to empower you by helping you stay grounded. helping to keep you grounded, helping you to keep you rooted. Remember your roots. Not even necessarily remember them, but understand that they are a part of who you are. And it could seem at first like holding you back, but that's definitely not their intention. They want to hold you down. And as I say, hold you down, my mind, this is where there could be a misunderstanding coming through, but my mind also like immediately went to a place of like being held down, that could be violent, right? But that's not how I've been meaning it at all this whole time. It just is like this sense, I think, of like paranoia and fear that sometimes people have that kind of came through and shown through. The number 35 could be significant somehow. And you know what is interesting, actually? These cards are called like What's the News, right? And it has like a little newspaper on it. You'll see there's like a little newspaper down at the bottom, right? And it says anchor here, right? There's a news anchor on every news channel, like a TV channel. And the news anchor tells people the news. They tell people what's up. So this person could also be wanting to hold you down by like telling you the truth or telling you kind of like what things are. If you and this person are not close together, like physically close together, they may be keeping you updated on like what's going on back home or what's going on in their lives or whatever, what's going on in their world. But yeah, I feel like this person knows the news. They know the gossip. They know all the hot stuff. They know kind of like what's going on everywhere. They could also just be very interested in international affairs, in news itself, in journalism or something like that. All right, I think it's time to get into the tarot. Let's see what's going on over there. We're using the NYC tarot today. Let's see. So Spirit, Pile 2 has a person on their mind. We want to know what that person's intentions are towards Pile 2. What are that person's intentions towards Pile 2? We've got Judgment in the reverse. So yeah, they're not here trying to judge you. They're not trying to judge you. They're trying to hold you down. We've got Queen of Wands here in the reverse. That's supposed to be Marsha P. Johnson. So yeah, they are not trying to judge you, even though you may be unpopular or that may be an unpopular stance where you guys are from or in your immediate community or vicinity or whatever. They don't care. The Chariot. They want to help you to move forward in your life and to gain independence and to go where you want to go. And they are equally yoked with you. Like, they are of the same mind. They want to go in the same direction as you. King of Wands here. So interesting, we got the Queen of Wands in reverse and the King of Wands here outright. I said outright, upright. Outright could it be also about coming out. This is about standing in your own power, making life happen for yourself, and taking strong actions to go out and get it. Gotta grind, won't stop, hustle, won't quit. That is from Go Get It by T.I. Okay, yeah, definitely go listen to that song. It's very high energy. They really, this person, their intentions are to bring your energy up and to also help you recognize that, like, it doesn't matter if other people don't like you. What matters is if you like yourself and if you have that mentality of like going to make your life, I keep wanting to say going out to make your life what it is and what it's meant to be, what it's supposed to be. We got the Ten of Pentacles here in reverse. And yes, they want to remind you of your roots, but they also want to let you know that, like, where you're from does not have to dictate where you're going. Doesn't have to dictate who you are to become. So they want to say, don't let your past hold you back. Don't let your family hold you back. Don't let, ties to maybe family money or family values or whatever. If you don't share those values with your family, don't let that hold you back from being who you need to be, being who you want to be. All right. Let's see. Is there anything else? No. So, yeah, this person, I keep saying hold you down, but then we've also got this idea of like uplifting you. And the way that this King of Wands here is like lifting up their guitar. I just thought about that song While My Guitar Gently Weeps by Jimi Hendrix. And it's like the guitar is the tool to tell a story. And this person wants you to be able to be proud of your story and to tell your story. And they want to be an anchor for you. That goes with the whole news thing. Like news anchors, they tell stories, but like true stories, right? So they want you to be honest about who you are, and they want to support you as you tell that story to the world, which is beautiful. Oh, that's very sweet. So yeah, all the things that I said about the white cards in the back about that other person, they could have also applied to you, or they may have only applied to you. If you want to like go back in the reading and rewatch that part again and see if it applied more to you, then you're more than welcome to do so. But yeah, this person does not want to judge you. And if you are having like a hot new affair, it may not be with them. They might just know about it. And they're going to keep your secret. They're not going to tell you, you know. They're worried about you, I think. They have concerns. Like, let's say that you're hooking up with somebody and this other person you're hooking up with doesn't want other people to know. They're trying to keep you a secret. And you told your friend, right? And your friend knows about it. And they've agreed to keep the secret, but they're concerned. You know, they're concerned about you and about your self-esteem. They're happy for you because they know that you're happy, but they're also concerned about your self-esteem and about your mental health and things like that. This could definitely be a friend that you're asking about. It could also be, like I said, you know, a hookup partner, a romantic partner, something like that. Just take it how it resonates. For some of you guys, this definitely can be talking about a literal transition from maybe male to female, female to male. We have the Queen of Wands here, and then we have the Chariot, and then we have the King of Wands. So it's like being in transition to a new identity where you feel more confident, or you feel more like yourself. And this person who you're asking about wants you to know that, as I said before, the past does not dictate your future, and you don't have to feel like it does. So they really want to support you in that case. They really want to let you know that they're there for you. And although there may be some secrets or whatever going on, I don't know how you feel about those secrets, but this person definitely does not want you to feel like they're judging you in any way, shape, or form. And they want to be there for you. Point blank. They also definitely are down to be like a sounding board for you if you are going through some mental health issues, you are going through some depression or anything like that. Some of you guys, there may be like bipolar going on, since we have like Cloud 9 here and he's depressed over here on this other side. So definitely could be kind of like cycling through a lot of different emotions. They want to be able to help you by either being a sounding board or being just somebody who is there for you in the best way that they can be. So 35 coming out again. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 is the number of tests and working on oneself. This person could also be working on themselves as well, especially if they like did kind of fit the description of what I said with the white cards about like just not taking the best care of themselves, maybe not having like the best hygiene or whatever. They could also be working on themselves too. And so they may want you to know that like even if you guys are working on yourselves in different ways, they get it and they understand. And they want to be there for you during this time. And I think that they hope that you're there with them during this time too. Even if you guys may be different, we've got like 2 different types of shells here on this card. Even if you guys may be different, you know, you're both still shells. You might be different types of shells, but you're both still shells. And shells is an interesting word because it's like thinking about somebody being like a shell of themselves, being empty on the inside. You can take that or leave it. It may not be for everybody. But the idea of, you know, you might be one type of shell, I'm a different type of shell, but we're both kind of shells. We're both like empty on the inside. I'm now also thinking about that little show or movie or whatever it is, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. I've never really watched it. I think I saw something about it like at the airport. You know, they'll play like those little news segments on the airport TV screens. I feel like I saw it there. But yeah, and I think that it's like if you guys both do have kind of like this emptiness, which can be kind of a cave too. You know, caves, the whole point of them is they're like this empty space, this like empty rock, right? Empty shelter. But the whole thing about shelter is like, you know, they're covering you. So this person is happy to cover you. They may understand the emptiness that you feel if you feel that way, or like the mood swings that you're going through if you have those. And they still want to, you know, cover you. I did bring up the whole idea of a beard. This person could be somebody's beard. I'm just gonna leave it. There's so many different options that could be here. Take the one that resonates the most with you and leave the rest. I'm also coming through that there could be maybe some sort of like eating disorder or something like that that somebody's going through. Maybe somebody is taking like a lot of laxatives or something like that. I did mention like constipation earlier with the poop in reverse. Sorry, I'm not laughing. I mean, I did laugh, but I'm not like laughing at anybody's poop pain. But yeah, somebody could be like taking a lot of laxatives or like maybe drinking like a lot of coffee or something. You know, coffee can make people have to go to the bathroom and stuff. And then we've got this like whole little booty going on right here. And then I definitely urge you to go listen to that song, Hold You Down, because it just came back up again. There's a line in there that's like, sit in my whip and see the stars. Show me just who you are, right? And that like literally is exactly what is going on in this card here with the Chariot, right? So, and also the King of Wands as well. So yeah, go listen to that song. I'll hold you down. Somebody may be trying to change their body, and I guess I do mean that in like the gender affirming kind of way, but I also could mean it just in terms of like working out, I guess. There could be somebody who's struggling with like anorexia or bulimia or something like that, or just like working out a lot, working out too much. I did say earlier that there could be some gut health issues, so somebody might be like really bloated or something like that. I don't know why that's coming through, but I guess it's important. I guess it's important. I don't know. Somebody could be doing like enemas, colonoscopies, things like that. It could also be that like somebody's diet either is reflecting their depression or is like causing them to be depressed. You know, food is like very, very influential in how we feel and in our mood. So they don't say that people get hangry for nothing. That's hungry and angry mixed together, right? So you or this person may want to watch your diet. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. When you like this video, it helps it to spread a little bit farther so that people who may need to hear these messages can find them on their YouTube homepage. And when you comment, it lets me know what your thoughts are, how it resonated with you. And I just love to read all your comments and respond to you guys. Helps us build a community. When you subscribe, it makes our energy more connected so that my readings can be more pinpointed toward you and your energy, and they'll be more accurate for you specifically. So yeah, make sure that you do those 3 things. I thank you so much for being here with me. I'm so grateful for you for watching. Love you so much, more than anything in the world. And make sure you check out all my other videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hey there, pile 3. Welcome, welcome. This is going to be the identifiers portion of the reading. This is just to help those of you who want a confirmation from your intuition. You intuitively chose this pile. This is going to help you, if you need it, to confirm that you made the right choice. Not everybody needs these. You're always welcome to watch them, regardless of if you think that you need it or not. But if you want to skip over this part, there is another timestamp down below. It will say pile 3 reading, and that will take you directly to the part with the cards. But for now, let's go ahead and put that over to the side. And we are going to get our little lip bowl. and our very special rainbow pin, and we're going to dip in and see what's going on. So this reading is, what are their intentions towards you? Spirit, the people who chose pile 3, who chose the red jasper. Who are my pile 3 people? Who are my pile 3 people who chose pile 3 with the red jasper? While I'm doing this, make sure you like and subscribe. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. When you like the video, it helps to spread a little bit further on YouTube so that anybody who may need to see the message can find it. And when you subscribe, it makes you and I more connected so that your energy is more represented in my readings and the readings are more accurate towards you. All right, so pile 3 is kind of a small pile. All right, yeah, that one just wants to stay on the lip, so we're not going to take it. That's fine. Anyway, pile 3 is kind of a small pile. Let's see. And I always would love if you guys would like comment down below which of the identifiers struck a chord with you, I guess. We've got Heart of Dixie here. That's a TV show. I have RB up in the corner. That stands for Rachel Bilson. She was the star of that show. RB also makes me think of Arby's, the fast food restaurant. We've got cheesy snacks. So that might be your favorite type of snack. You could be eating a cheesy snack right now. Maybe you had one earlier today. So the way that these work is that at least one of these things should be familiar to you, resonant with you, or it could have shown up in your life in like the last few days. Maybe the last week or so. We've got Katara here from Avatar: The Last Airbender. She's one of the main characters. Aang's girlfriend. Jamaica. Caribbean island nation. Blackberries. So maybe you really like blackberries, maybe you ate blackberries recently, or they could be like your favorite fruit. We've got Swing Swing by All American Rejects. Swing, swing, swing from the tangles of my heart is crushed by a former love. Can you help me find a way to carry on again? Wish cats into the sky. I'm moving on. Okay, I'm gonna move on from that. But that song, definitely like, go listen to it if you don't know it or if you haven't heard it in a long time. Rip Girls. That is a Disney Channel original movie, aka a DCOM about girls who surf. Evermore by Taylor Swift featuring Bon Iver. This Lullaby by Sarah Dessen. That's a book. Roller coaster. So you might really like riding roller coasters. Maybe you have plans to go to an amusement park. Maybe you just went to an amusement park. Something like that. John Wick. It's a movie franchise starring Keanu Reeves. Lobster. So there's a few foods coming out in this reading, in this situation. De La Soul, hip hop group. Haterade. I also have this like weird feeling going on in my back right now. It's just like this like very localized pressure. I don't know what that's about. It's not like painful or anything, but it's like around my shoulder blade. So you might be feeling something on your shoulder blade. Teddy Pendergrass, musician, soul musician. Number 8, that could be August, which would be Leo and Virgo energy. You could live on like 8th Street, the 8th floor, 8th apartment, 8th building, whatever. You could have 8 people in your family. You might be seeing 888 around a lot, or 8888. Where Are You Going by Dave Matthews Band. That's a song. Also, I think it's funny that, like I said, there was a lot of food in this so far, and then 8 come out like ATE, right? Breaking Free, Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens from High School Musical. We're breaking free, soaring. Oh, so that's another Disney Channel original movie. We had Rip Girls and then we have Breaking Free. So the DCOMs are out today. Corny. Interesting. So that could be something about corn or just like being corny. The number 5, so that is May, which is Taurus and Gemini energy. And then all the same things I said about the number 8. 5 people in your family. You could be seeing 555, 5555, 5th floor, 5th Street, whatever. Los Angeles. I just wanted to say Los Angeles. I don't know why. That's funny. This Charming Man by Stars. That's a cover of a song by the Smiths. This is making me think of 500 Days of Summer, which we have the number 5 here, and then like that movie takes place in Los Angeles, and then they talked about the Smiths in that movie. So 500 Days of Summer could be something. Half and Half. That's a movie. It's not a movie. It's a TV show about 2 half-sisters who live in the same apartment building in San Francisco. We've got Anthony Kiedis, Remy Wolf. So that's a little bit more LA energy. Both of these are musicians associated with Los Angeles. Anthony Kiedis is the lead singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Remy Wolf is a solo artist. She has a song called Anthony Kiedis. So one of her songs is named after him. Along for the Ride, Sarah Dessen. So Sarah Dessen came through twice. We had this Lullaby, and then we have Along for the Ride. That's another book. They turned Along for the Ride into a movie. The movie is on Netflix. So you could be a big fan of Sarah Dessen's. She's got a lot of books that are like young adult novels. She's very popular. Quarter. So that could be like a physical quarter, like a coin. It also makes me think of the French Quarter in New Orleans. I should also say the surfing energy is like coming through pretty strongly here, actually. Where did I get that from? Why? Oh, okay. So Sarah Dessen, the movie Along for the Ride, Kate Bosworth plays like the stepmom in this movie. And she also formerly played the main character in a surfing movie, which was called Blue Crush. So we got Rip Girls, which is a surfing movie. We've got that whole Sarah Dessen, Kate Bosworth thing. And then also Katara being with Avatar: The Last Airbender. She is a waterbender. And she can surf and like do stuff like that. So yeah, coming through pretty strongly here. So I don't know, that obviously is not going to apply to everybody, but that could be an identifier as well. All right, okie dokie. These are your identifiers. I'm going to go write these down in my tarot journal, you guys. If you like to watch tarot readings, or if you do your own tarot readings, you may want to invest in a tarot journal. I created one for you guys. The link is in the description box below. It's very good to write down things that you learn from your readings, because the whole point of doing these readings is to gain insight and then use that insight to help you to move forward. Sometimes it can be hard to remember all the things that are said or that are felt or that are intuited during a tarot reading, so taking notes is always recommended. And if you would like to take notes in the tarot journal that I made, I would love for you to do that. Like I said, the link is down below. I made it specially for you guys, with you guys in mind, so hopefully you like it. Anyway, I'm going to go write these down in my tarot journal, and I'll see you guys in a second. Hey there, pile 3. Welcome back to the reading. Let's go ahead and get into the cards this time around. We're going to be doing live shuffling today, so yeah, let's find out. What are their intentions towards you? We've got Red Jasper. This says nurture, determination, relaxing, and tranquility. Ooh, cool. Okay, let's go ahead and put that bad boy over there. And let's get out our cards. So we're going to find out some information, I guess, just about the person you're asking about, because you should be asking about a specific person. And then we'll find out kind of like the situation going on with them. We'll find out what their intentions are, and then we'll get some tarot out. So we're going to be using a few different decks today. This is the deck of character. Spirit, pile 3. We're asking what are their intentions towards pile 3. We need to know who we're dealing with. Tell us about the person pile 3 is asking about. We've got Love Potion in the reverse. We've got Crystal. Interesting. So this person that you're asking about could be someone who's into those kinds of like totems of spirituality. we've got, ooh, bed. That just made me think of that song, like, I'ma put you to bed, 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 which I think is Jeremiah. Then immediately after I thought about, got a bed with your name on it, Nicki Minaj and Ariana Grande, Leap. So somebody ready to take a leap towards you for sure. We've got the forest here. Interesting, that card came out in pile 2. We've got the plateau here in reverse. Knife, okay. Don't be scared, it's just a tool. Let's see what else we have here. A band-aid. Oh. I'm like, it's just a tool. And then immediately we have band-aid. So, okay. Okie dokie. Hopefully nobody's getting hurt. We've got mother in reverse. She's not mothering. Broken heart, mountains, and bed. Got a bed with your name on it. With your name on it. Got a kiss with your name on it. With your name on it. Love me good, love me down. Guys, I don't know if these are the right words, but that's how it goes in the head. Ba-da-da. Got a bed with your name on it. With your name on it. Alright, Farmer also came out in pile 2. Smoke, I believe, came out in pile 1. And then desert here in the reverse. So we got a few different locales. We got the forest, we got the mountains, we got the desert. You and this person could have been to a lot of places together, or they would like to travel with you. That might be it as well. Anything else want to come out? I'm feeling like, no. Oh, okay, one last thing. Inferno. Oh, no. Or nor. Or nor. That was my very bad attempt at an Australian accent. Anything else? Anything else that will help clarify this message? No. Okay. All right, let's see. So, this person may have tried a love potion on you and it didn't work. That is highly possible. Maybe even probable. It could have involved like blood or something like that. Like period blood, something like that. And I'm not here trying to like gross anybody out. I'm just telling you guys like the things that I see. So I apologize if this message gets you down that I CC'd every girl who I'd CC around town, but I'd rather see her smiling, witness all around me, true, but I'm no island. Peninsula, maybe. Okay, so yeah, International Players Anthem is coming through. One of you guys might be a playa, okay? One of you guys might be king player, queen player. Like you might have really player energy, or this person might have really player energy, okay? Somebody here definitely was doing some attempts at a love potion, at a love spell, at some magic, okay? They might have done something where they like tried to, I'm hearing like step in the shoe, like putting the name in somebody's shoe, which I think is like more dangerous than anything else. It's like maybe trying to hurt somebody. They could have like made a little bottle and then like buried it in the forest or something. But yeah, I feel like your relationship with this person has come to kind of a plateau and there's a dissatisfaction there. It seems like it's not a happy plateau. Things might have been growing and you might have taken a leap of faith towards this person, or this person might have taken a leap of faith towards you, but then things kind of got stagnant, and it's not like a good stagnancy. It's a stagnancy that makes you feel like, oh no. And it hurts, okay? And this hurt is the kind of hurt where there's no cure, okay? You can't just put a band-aid on that shit, okay? It's like you can't put a band-aid on a broken heart, all right? That's what I'm hearing here. Mother coming through makes me wonder for some of you guys if you are asking about your own mother, which I think would be weird. And I don't mean like you're weird for asking about your mom, but I just feel like the energy is weird for it to be about a mom. But yeah, I don't know. Some of you guys might just have mother wounds, okay? It could just be that somebody has like mommy issues here. that haven't healed. Okay. Billy Goat, the goat's here. Right now, I'm like literally like punching my hand like this, which I don't normally do. But then we have like this punch here. So yeah, there definitely could have been some sort of a fight, like an actual physical fight. Okay. I'm hoping it wasn't a knife fight. It could have been a physical fight. I don't know, but hopefully there wasn't. There could be some sort of abuse here in this scenario. And the abuse could have been on the part of the mother or somebody who has a child, or a parent and child duo. Let's hope that's not the case, but you know, there's all kinds of things that happen in this world. Okay. This mountains card is like, I don't want to say it's throwing me off. I just don't know what it's doing here. I just don't know what it's doing here. So let's see what's going on with that. Okay, so this person that you're asking about, they also could maybe be like an orphan, or maybe they didn't grow up with their mom or something like that, and that could have left like a big wound in them. They could have had a really hard life, a very difficult life. Capricorn is also coming through right now as well, but they could have just been facing a lot of obstacles, and as a result, they could just have a lot of wounds. And a lot of kind of like sharp edges to them as a person. The song Hard White by Nicki Minaj is coming through right now. And part of that song, she's like, I bust shots, don't duck if they don't apply. And I feel like this person kind of could have that kind of attitude as well, where they might say things that could be kind of hurtful. The knife is like reminiscent of a sword. Swords have to do in the tarot with like communication and you know, trying to gain clarity, but sometimes depending on the context it can also talk about like mean things, like saying mean things, and some of the energy that I'm getting here is a little bit of that. This person could definitely be like spiritual gangster, could see themselves as a spiritual gangster type of person. With the Band-Aid here, they definitely have not healed. They could, I don't even know if they're working on healing, to be honest. So it's interesting that I said like spiritual gangster. I feel like they're doing things in a way that is kind of superficial is what I want to say. I'm not going to sit here and fault them because it seems like they've gone through a lot of hard things in their life. And the bed here, interestingly enough, it's like there's no mattress on it. There's like no mattress on this bed. It's like a bed frame. And so that being the case, it's kind of like, I feel like even when they rest, they maybe don't get to fully rest, or they don't ever really get to be comfortable wherever they are. It's like all my life I had to fight from the color purple, you know? They haven't been given like comfortable or nourishing soil to grow themselves in. They haven't been in a place that is safe for them or nurturing. And then when I think of like got a bed with your name on it, it's like when you have to reserve a bed somewhere, like at a foster care, like an orphanage or a homeless shelter or like a women's shelter or something like that, right? Yeah, I feel like they had someone maybe who maybe tried to nurture them, but either did it in like a lazy way or didn't give them the right things that they needed. And you know, sometimes like parents, something that they do is they're like, oh, I have to, you know, toughen up my kid for the world because the world's not going to be nice to them, so I have to prepare them for that, right? And so they think that they're doing something good for their child, but really what they're doing is just hurting their child more, right? And I kind of feel like this person might have had a parent or like an authority figure early in their life who kind of did those things to them. I think this person lives in illusions. There's a lot of illusions around them. And it's interesting that like the desert and the inferno and the smoke are all out here together, because deserts are known typically for being very hot. What's interesting here is that this desert is upside down, which kind of makes me wonder if it's like nighttime in the desert, because at night the desert is actually known for being very cold. Kings of Leon has this song called Cold Desert, and one of the lines in there is like, Jesus don't love me, no one's ever carried my load. I'm too young to feel this old, right? And I just kind of feel like that is coming through here. Like, no one ever carried my load, you know? There's this idea that they don't get the help that they need, or they don't get the help that they want, or the help that they need in the way that they want it, you know? And so, yeah, this person definitely has had a tough life, for sure. Another one is like, another line from that song is, I've never ever cried when I was feeling down. I've always been scared of the sound. So I feel like this person, they don't really know how to express their emotions in a safe way. And so it could come out through anger. There could be a lot of anger issues or anger management, or like a need for anger management here in this scenario. Maybe something to do with smoking weed coming through, or smoking some other kinds of drugs coming through. Inferno just makes me think more about the anger issue. I keep wanting to say anger management. Nobody sees, nobody knows, nobody but me. Yeah, that song Cold Desert by Kings of Leon. You may want to go listen to it, or maybe they know it, maybe they like it, I don't know. The Mountain Goats, is that the name of a band? I think so. Alright, I'm gonna move on to the next deck. And if anything else comes out from these cards, then I'll figure it out. But let's see. We've got our What's the News Oracle here from Fire Witch Tarot. I'm on the card. Alright, what's going on in this scenario between pile 3 and the person they're asking about? Venting about you. Oh, guys, look at this. Look at this card. Can you see the smoke coming up right here? There's smoke in right here. And then this person's like lying on a bed. It's like, are they talking to a therapist? I don't think so. I think they're just like talking to a friend or something. But is that from that movie Wanted? I don't know. No, it's absolutely not. I don't know what this picture came from. That movie Wanted, I want to say it's like Angelina Jolie and like that other guy. I don't remember what his name is. Maybe Samuel L. Jackson is there too. But it's interesting that this came out right underneath bed, and it's like this person's laying down, and then the smoke is here and smoke is right here. So not only might this person be venting about you, but you guys might like chill together, smoke together, do other drug-related things together. Passionate thoughts. Ooh, yeah, definitely with this like love potion here. Passionate thoughts about you. All over his dick, all over his D. There we go. Yeah, so this is definitely like a hookup situation, or somebody wants to hook up. Somebody's very into the other one. Unexpected love. Here we go. Can't make it up, you guys. So yeah, this is definitely a romantic connection, or it is a connection that somebody wants to be romantic. We'll put it that way. Got a bed with your name on it. With your name on it. Got a kiss with your name on it. And I did say playa energy. I said that. I know I did. I said it. I don't know what that's about, but I got it. I don't know where I got that from, but I did. Let me good, let me down. Ba-da-ba. Got a bed with with your name on it. All right, what are this person's intentions with pile 3? This person here that pile 3 is asking about. What are their intentions with pile 3? That's weird. Okay. All right. Same, like, similar kind of cut came out in... That's so funny. Rider number 1, the first thing that I thought about was like Dick Rider, right? All over his dick. Yeah, they're trying to fuck, okay? They are trying to get it in. They are trying to do the deed, okay? No wonder I kept singing bed. Got a bed with your name on it. With your name on it. Okay, they're like, come over. Come over and come over. You know? Yeah. This is easy. This is easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I mean, it's easy for me to read. I will say it that way. It may not actually be easy because this person definitely has had a checkered past. They've had a hurtful past, okay? They've had issues, and again, they may have anger issues as well. But they definitely are trying to ride that... What is that song that I'm thinking of now? There's a lot of music coming through, you guys. Pick it up, drop it, ride that shit. It's by Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know what it is, but pick it up, drop it, ride that shit. Whatever. And camels, like, they just need some water and they can go for miles. They can go a long time, okay? So this person is trying to, like, be up in it. And then also I said before that they might be trying to travel with you. Because I said we have a few different locales in here. We have the forest, we got the mountains, we got the desert, okay? We got the plateau. So yeah, they are definitely interested in going different places with you. They want to see where this can go, both emotionally, physically, and like in terms of, how do I want to say that? Because I guess that's technically physically too. I guess I should have said sexually. Emotionally, sexually, and physically. Yeah. But they could be talking to other people about you. They might be upset. They're definitely upset because, like I said, you guys hit like a plateau and they're not happy about it. So they're definitely asking somebody about you. Maybe you guys like used to smoke together and you haven't been smoking together for a while. So now they're like off smoking with somebody else. Like, oh, you know, I miss so-and-so. I miss part 3. I don't know why things just haven't been the same. Like, I'm ready to take this leap. I want to, you know, figure out where this goes, but it just doesn't really seem like pile 3 is like about it like that, you know, blah, blah, blah. Things have just been like, I feel so comfortable with them, but things are kind of uncomfortable right now, but like, I feel so good around them, blah, 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 you know. They definitely are willing to like put in some work, okay, with this farmer here. And they may have already feel like they put in some work, but like things are not growing in the way that they want them to grow, okay? So I would not be surprised if that was the case. And it could be that like their broken heart and their unhealed wounds are holding them back. Love potion number 9. Yeah. I would not be surprised if they tried to do some weird... I was about to say do some weird shit. You know, there's the whole like thing where they like say that people can put like period blood in like spaghetti and then it's disguised by the tomato sauce or whatever, right? So like, I've never known anybody to do that in real life, but have I heard about it on Twitter? Yes I have. Okay, so I mean, I don't know. Got a bed with your name on it. With your name on it. And I guess for guys it would be like, you know, putting semen in something. Maybe like on top of like a cinnamon bun or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. I'm cursing a lot in this reading today. I don't know why. Maybe the person you're with has like a dirty mouth. A dirty mouth. That could be literal. Or it could just be figurative, but dirty mouth. Alright, I'm over here shuffling my tarot deck. We're going to be using the New York Tarot today. Alright, let's see. What are this person's intentions? Shut up, Ed. You know what's interesting is that there's more desert imagery on this card. So we have the desert here, but then we also have like the cacti and the camel and all that stuff, right? That's like desert imagery, which is so weird. Somebody might be an immigrant. Interestingly enough, could be an immigrant. I just get those vibes right now. I don't know why, but I do. Or one person may have traveled long and far to see the other person, or is willing to travel long and far, or has been in the past willing to travel long and far to see the other person. And that could also be the whole bed thing, like, yeah, you know, you can come stay with me. It's okay, come stay with me, right? Or whatever, right? And like things could be very passionate between the two of you, right? With like Inferno here and passionate thoughts. Definitely things could be very, very passionate between you two, but they also could have been kind of dry lately. And I could mean dry in both senses of the words, like conversation could be dry, pussy could be dry, that kind of thing, you know? You guys might be like a strange match. Strange bedfellows is something that they say, right? Where it's like two people or two groups or whatever who you wouldn't exactly expect to be together, because we got unexpected love. So there might be some like mismatch going on, maybe in terms of like your cultures or your age or your backgrounds or class or something like that, right? Yeah. Got a bed with your name on it. Yeah, this person definitely wants to get you in their bed, for sure. There's literally no question about that at all. And the desert makes me think of Las Vegas, but that did not come out during our identifiers. Los Angeles did, and I know that there's like desert over there, kind of. So did San Francisco, and there's like the Redwood Forest up in Northern California, so Cali, or just like exploring different places is really coming through, like not only traveling, but like hiking and stuff like that is kind of coming through. Hiking through the forest, hiking through the mountains, you know, going in a garden, planting stuff together. You guys could be very outdoorsy, or they would like really want to be outdoorsy with you, or this person could just be outdoorsy on their own, I guess. I don't know. All right. What else before I get into this tarot? Okay, so I'm wondering if there's any sort of jealousy. It doesn't really seem like there is. I know that I said there could be anger issues, but it doesn't really seem like there's any jealousy here, because even if this is like a multi-party situation, like let's say that, you know, one of the two of you guys, so my freaking camera just shut off. It didn't even die, it just turned off. I don't know why, I don't know what happened there, but regardless, I was saying that there may be, like, this could be a situation where one person is much more desirable than the other person. Let me just put it that way. Okay. I was going to say that this was like maybe a non-committal situation, but I don't want to really believe that anymore, because that's exactly where my camera cut off. And I'm telling you, the camera didn't die. It has like 80% left. So sometimes I kind of feel like spirit would cut me off if I'm like going in the wrong direction, or if I'm saying something wrong. So I don't know. That might be a message for like one person, but it's just not for everybody. There's definitely a situation here where at least one person is much more attractive than the other ones. I literally got all these tarot cards out and I was just like talking. And you guys didn't hear any of it, so let's go back. What are their intentions towards you? You know, they definitely find you very sexy. They want to hang out with you at nighttime. And they find it interesting that you are like maybe politically motivated in some way, shape, or form, or that you are interested in power dynamics, okay? So that could be something kind of like BDSM, but that's not going to apply to everybody, obviously. But they definitely, you know, like that you're a powerful person, and they are interested in that about you. I sent him a horse seed. That means come over and ride it, or whatever Megan the Scion says. I don't know. Definitely that's coming through right now. They do want to hang out with you again at night, like I said, but there is maybe some sort of issue. For some of them, they might have a child, or there could be a child involved that is kind of making things sticky in some cases or ways. But also it's this idea again of an unexpected love, of not being equally yoked in some way, not being an equal pair. And that goes back, I guess, to the power dynamics, but like the energy is like very strange right now. I'm feeling that like lightweight. I'm not feeling that heavy, okay? So thinking about the Chariot, that's number 7 in the Major Arcana. The number below that is 6. And whenever these cards get reversed, I always think about like the energy of the card below. And the card below that is the Lovers, okay? So that is about making a choice. And it's about going with your heart. And beyond that, going with your heart, not going with like what tradition should say that you should do, or you know what maybe like your mom would want you to do or whatever, but listening to your own heart. And the Chariot after that is about being independent, finding your independence. And so I feel like there's some sort of issue here with either the choice that was made or the independence itself. This person may have something, some sort of secret that they want to tell you about, something that they want to be honest about. It might not be very pleasant to hear, okay? It might hurt to hear this, or the way that they deliver it might be like a quick, I almost wanted to say like a quick slap in the face. I don't really mean it physically, although we did get the punch over here, so that could be, oof, I hope that's not the case, but I just feel like whatever they say, it's like, you know, this baseball player, like the same way that they, like the baseball's coming super fast at them, sometimes they come like 90 miles per hour. And, you know, it's like the crack of the bat hitting the ball, right? I feel like they have something to say to you, and like they're not going to knock it out of the park. Like they're not going to do it very well. They're not going to deliver it very, very well, okay? And it could be that there's some sort of immaturity here in terms of how they handle it, or how they handle their emotions, or just how they handle the situation between the two of you. Part of me wonders if there's a child involved somewhere. Also potential here for abortion and a bobo. These two cards just came out as I was like just messing with the deck. We got the Magician and we also got the Ten of Cups. So Ten of Cups can have to do with like a happy family. And the Magician is a person who has the ability to manipulate energy, manipulate perceptions, has all the tools to do whatever they want, make whatever choice they want. And I kind of feel like this person is acknowledging that you have most of the power in this scenario, most of the power in this situation. And that they kind of have no choice but to be okay with that, with this Temperance card here. I think they're coming to terms with that. You know, the Emperor in reverse can either be a disempowered individual or somebody who is like tyrannical, but I'm not getting the tyrannical part here. I'm getting that they, especially with this artwork here, like this is just like a dude sitting in a park reading a paper, getting ready, waiting for somebody to come play chess with him. And it's like disengaging, you know, deciding not to play the game in favor of peace. And so maybe when they normally would have been more combative or whatever, they're kind of maybe decide that they don't want to do this anymore. And I don't know what this particular thing is. I don't know if that's the relationship with you, but I don't really get that's the case. I feel like maybe it's just fighting. Because the Five of Swords can be about a fight, right? And the Knight of Swords can have a lot of fighter energy, okay? Very quick-witted, but also very quick to fight. Quick to speak up about things. And I think that this person has kind of just decided, let me just be quiet. Let me just be quiet, mind my own business, and, you know, wait for fate to intervene, because I really could see being happy with this person. And if this person, meaning you, pile 3, needs to have all this power, then I'm going to let them do that. Or maybe that's how you feel about this person. You can take it however it resonates. There is some sort of feeling of defeat here, and maybe mixed signals in some cases, and uncertainty when it comes to mental ideas, communication as well. There may be something that this person, that you would like this person to apologize for, and they're not going to do it. I doubt that they would apologize for it. But they are going to just like sit back and kind of let you take the reins from now on. And that could be their way of apologizing without having to verbally say that they're apologizing. So something else that I said, I don't know if it got caught before, was that I found it interesting that we had like 2 desert scenes here. There was the desert here on this card, and then there's also like this card is a desert scene as well. So there's something like dry going on here. They might be worried about turning you on. They might be worried about if they have what it takes to keep you interested, to keep you juicy. I'm not trying to be gross, you guys. I'm sorry. You know, I guess that's just how it came out. They're worried that they don't have what it takes, you know, to get your juices flowing, to keep it wet, right? So there's concern here about that. But this person, some of their intentions involve good stamina, okay? They definitely could be interested in maybe down the line having a family with you or something like that, okay? I don't think that they would talk about that now, but I think that that's something that they're interested in. Or having like long-term happiness with you. Pile 3, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this reading. When you like the video, it helps it to spread a little farther on YouTube so other people who may need to hear the messages can find it on their YouTube homepage. And when you subscribe, it makes me more connected to you so that your energy is more potent and I can pinpoint your scenario a little bit better in my reading. So definitely make sure that you subscribe to the channel and comment down below. Let me know what resonated for you. And if you feel the need to check out another pile, there may be some messages for you in some other piles as well, either about the same person or about a different person. But yeah, I'm going to leave the reading here for you guys today. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I love you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. What's up, pile 4? Welcome, welcome. If you chose the 4th card, that card is water. We'll get into that a little bit later with the actual reading. Right now, we're just going to get into the identifiers. If you'd like to skip this portion of the reading, you absolutely can. There's going to be another timestamp down below that will say pile 4 reading, and that will take you to the part straight with the cards. Okay. I don't know why I wanted to say cards like that, but I did anyway. I've got some attracts money incense going on right now. My Monopoly Go is going on in the background right now. So y'all could be like a little money pile. I don't know what's going on here, but it could be a little shmoney pile. Normally I don't have anything going on in the background while I'm doing my tarot readings. But yeah, I don't know. 18 rolls left. I don't know what this is about. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, but whatever. Anyways, let's see who's in pile 4. I keep wanting to say pile 3. I just filmed pile 3. I don't know why. I keep wanting to say pile 3, and as I look down, there were 3 rolls left on Monopoly Go. So you could have messages in pile 3. I don't know. This is supposed to be a confirmation for you that you did, in fact, choose the correct pile. So the way that these identifiers work is that at least one of these things should be familiar to you, should have some sort of significance to you, could have even just shown up in your life recently over the past few days or weeks or months. And yeah, let's see. We're figuring out what are their intentions towards you. We want to know who's in pile 4 spirit. Who are my pile 4 people? Who chose pile 4? Who's in pile 4 spirit? Who chose pile 4? Anybody else chose pile 4? While I'm doing this, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel. When you like the video, it makes us go a little farther so that somebody who may need to hear this message can find it. And when you subscribe, it makes you and I more connected so that my readings are more accurate for you, more pinpointed to your energy. Anything else? Pile 4. Okay. All right. There we go. That last one, I knew it wanted to come out because this is the last pile. So anyway, let's see. We've got Search Party. That is a TV show that was on TBS and then it moved over to HBO Max. Starring Aaliyah Shawkat. The number one, so that could be January, which I did say this could be a money pile. January has Capricorn in it. Also, Aquarius. Yes. January has Capricorn and Aquarius. You could also live on like the first floor. You could be an only child. Party of one. You might eat out at restaurants alone a lot or something like that. You could be seeing 111. You could be seeing 1111. You could live on First Street or something like that. What would you do by City High? You could live on the first floor, apartment number one, that kind of thing. What would you do as a song? What would you do if your son was at home, crying all alone on the bedroom floor because he's hungry? And the only way to feed him is to sleep with a man for a little bit of money, and his dad is gone somewhere smoking rocks now, in and out of lockdown. I ain't got a job now. So for you, this is just a good time, but for me, this is what I call life. All right, we got Chess here. I don't know why that wanted to come out first, but it did. Gloria Delgado Pritchett, played by Sofia Vergara on Modern Family. Company by Drake featuring Travis Scott. Again, this is a money pile for some reason. I don't know why money is coming out, but company, like maybe you're a business owner. I need some company. We got Bad, Badder, Baddest by Cynthia Voigt. That is like a young adult book. I don't even know if it's a young adult book. I would say it's like a middle reader book, like for middle schoolers. Justin Timberlake. JT. We have here Monstera. That's a type of plant. It's like a Swiss cheese. It's like the one that has the holes in it, the big leaves with the holes in it. 10 Things I Hate About You, starring Julia Stiles, Heath Ledger. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is in there as well. Slow Burn by Casey Musgraves. That's a song. I don't know why, but A Lifetime by Better Than Ezra just came to mind. I don't know why. That's a song too. Bali, Indonesia. Ali woke up 8 a.m. graduation day. The Climb by Miley Cyrus. Got into a car, crashed along the way. All right, When You're Good to Mama by Queen Latifah from Chicago, the musical. Chicago is both Broadway and a movie. Queen Latifah was in the movie. Amber, that could be the color or the stone amber, but also it's a song by 311, and then also Amber from Love is Blind Season 1. There's also an Amber on Love is Blind Season 4 as well. Dupe. So you could have gotten duped recently, or that could be like, you know how there's like dupes for different type of makeup? They're like, here's the high-end version, and here's the low-end version that has the exact same, or like very similar formula, right? Also could mean trickster. I know for a while there's like a trickster voice, what do they call those? Like a voice changer on TikTok? I don't really know what they're called. Voice mask? I don't know. American Horror Story Season 1, Murder House. Connie Britton is in that. And I just started thinking about Dirty John. She also was in Dirty John, where she got tricked by a trickster. She got duped by a con man. Angus Thongs and Full Frontal Snogging. That is a young adult novel. The Georgia Nicholson series by Louise Richardson. Romance novel. Okay, so books. Some books are coming through here. What's this one? This says international. So you could be like going on an international trip. You yourself might be like the product of an international couple or international marriage. Like maybe your parents are from two different places, two different countries. Maybe you like just got your passport or something. Airbnb, yeah, the travel vibes are strong. Maybe you are renting an Airbnb. Maybe you like own or run an Airbnb. Self-date. Maybe you like to take yourself on a date. I did say party of one. I did say maybe you like go to dinner by yourself. You could go to the movies by yourself. You might like to do stuff by yourself. You could be a solo traveler as well. 12-3-30. TikTok is coming through pretty strong here. That was like a viral TikTok workout. 12-3-30. You put the incline on 12 on the treadmill, speed on 3, and you do it for 30 minutes. The Majesties by Tiffany Sao. That is a book, and I believe the characters in there are Indonesian, actually. So they don't live in Bali, but I want to say they're from Jakarta. So Indonesia coming through. Also, for some reason, I started thinking about Seeing Green, that song by Nicki Minaj, Drake, and Lil Wayne. Not because of the Majesties, although Nicki Minaj does have a song, Majesty, so I guess. But I don't know why I started thinking about it. I started thinking about it somewhere over here. Anyway, Yacht. Then we have Counting Crows. That's a band. They have that song, Accidentally in Love. Was one of their songs in 10 Things I Hate About You? I don't know. That might have been like Bare Naked Ladies or something. Hand in My Pocket by Alanis Morissette. Now I'm also thinking about that song Bitch by Meredith Brooks. I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I'm a child, I'm a mother, I'm a sinner, I'm a saint. I do not be ashamed, I'm your hell, I'm your dream. I'm nothing in between, you know you wouldn't want it any other way. Do 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 do. Okay, yeah, go listen to that song because that's very strong. Bear Claw from New Girl also could be a pastry. He was in New Girl, played by Josh Gad. Hyphy from Federation, that's a song from the Bay Area. We've got Gimme Something Real by Ashford and Simpson. That's another song. Gimme Something Real. Tina Belcher. She is one of the characters on Bob's Burgers. She's the oldest daughter, the one who's dressed in the blue. Bless the Hearts. That's another animated series. I believe it was on Fox. Yeah, privacy here. So you could be upping like your privacy measures, changing your passwords or changing your locks or getting security cameras, or you might have just been talking with some people about privacy or something. I don't know. 500 Days of Summer. I did mention, what's his face? Joseph Gordon-Levitt when we talked about 10 Things I Hate About You. So he's here. I also talked about him. I very strongly felt 500 Days of Summer energy in Pile 3. So I did mention at the beginning of these identifiers that you could have messages in Pile 3. So maybe you do. But yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he's coming through. 500 Days of Summer. Also, New Girl, Zooey Deschanel is the star of New Girl, and she's also the female lead of 500 Days of Summer. So yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm getting that for sure. Where's that from? Oh, I think that's from Superbad. Anyway, all black everything. Maybe you like to wear all black or something like that. One of the characters in Bless the Hearts definitely is like an all black wearer. And then we have Sexy Villain by Remy Wolf. Sexy villain, not the hero. I'm the West Coast Bob De Niro. All right, and finally, last but not least, our girl, the diva, Janet Jackson. Yes, Janet, we love you, Janet. All right, so those are our... Oh my gosh, Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake. They came out together. They had that whole situation at the Super Bowl. Wardrobe malfunction at the Super Bowl. I don't know what to make of this. I don't think that those have ever come out together before. Weird. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you guys were like talking about that, or maybe you think about it a lot, or maybe like, I don't know, maybe it was mentioned recently. I don't know. But regardless, that definitely is, that's here, it's around. It could also be something about like women taking the blame for something that like was not really their fault. Something like that. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna go write these down in my tarot journal, you guys. If you're interested in getting your very own tarot journal, I did design one for y'all. The link is in the description box. Feel free to go and check it out. It's good to always write down your insights and stuff from your tarot readings, because ultimately these are to help you to grow in your understanding of yourself and the world and the energy around you. So it's good to have a record and a reminder so that you can internalize them and move forward. And you don't get stuck just like watching a million readings, but you can just go back to your journal and see what it is that you learned. Anyway, shameless self-plug is over now. Go ahead, link in the description, check it out if you would like. But I'm going to go write these down in my tarot journal, and I'll be right back. Welcome, welcome, pile 4. Hey, 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 pile 4. Love you guys. Thanks for being here with me today. You picked the 4th card. That card was water. It says emotional, intuition, psychic powers, healing. Ooh, cool. I'm going to put that over her to the side right quick. That song Together Again by Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson came out in the Identifiers. That song is a banger. And I was just listening to it while I was writing stuff down in my tarot journal. If you want your own, check the description box down below. But anyway, that song, very good. You might want to go check it out. Alright, so the first things that we're going to do is we're going to get just some info. We're asking, what are their intentions towards you? So you must have a specific person in your mind. You're wondering about that. We're going to get some information. And I guess this will be like an energy check-in to ensure that the person that you're asking about is the person that I'm talking about. So, and if not, then it may be that this is a different person that you know, and maybe you just need to know what their intentions are. Maybe you weren't asking about them, but Spirit is like, you might need to know this person's intention. So if it sounds like anybody you know, even if it wasn't the person you were asking about, then this is your reading. Okay, let's see. All my love's for you. Dream about us together again, baby. I know we'll be together again, 'cause everywhere I go, every smile I see, I know you are there, smiling back at me, dancing in moonlight. I know you are free, 'cause I can see your star shining down on me. Okay, so we got Majestic Whale so far. We've got Punch in the reverse. We got Wild Woman. Tell us more about this person who Pile 4 needs to know about their intentions. Tell us about the person and the situation. Oh, okay. We've got Farmer. That card has come out in at least 3 of these piles today. That's wild. That's literally wild and crazy, kids. I do not understand. Whatever. Maybe it's not for me to understand. We got Tunnel here in the reverse. Compass in the reverse. That definitely came out in pile 1, that Compass card. Mirror in the reverse. Gold coins in the reverse. War in the reverse. Interesting, because these 2 cards kind of have like similar imagery on them, weirdly enough. Oh, okay. Ruler. That's giving me King of Pentacles energy with the Farmer and the Ruler here together on top of each other, or vertically aligned rather. Lounge chair. Gift in reverse. Repairman. Dream about us together again. Rainbow. I want to say that came out in pile 2. Fire in reverse. And Jill Cell also in reverse. Anything else from this deck that wants to come out? Anything else that needs to come out for clarity? No. Yes or no? No. Okay. So, okay, I'm just going to start. I don't really know how this is all going to fit together, but we'll figure it out. And you know what? I did say that these 2 together gave me King of Pentacles vibes. So yes, I am going to go ahead and say this, because whenever Majestic Whale comes out, it makes me just think of, like, for some reason, somebody who has a lot of money. It just makes me think of that. I don't know why. It just makes me think about it. So yeah, you could be dealing with somebody who is wealthy. Wealthy. Did you guys ever see that episode of Family Guy? I'm not really a big fan of Family Guy, but where Stewie kept going like, cool whip. Yeah. Majestic whale makes me think of either just somebody who's very abundant. I guess they don't necessarily have to have a lot of money. They could be just like a big person also. But like they are very abundant in themselves and in their energy. This is giving gentle giant, okay? Especially with the punch here in reverse. Gentle giant who has a little bit of like a wild and crazy side. Didn't I just say this is wild and crazy kids? Did I not just say that? I might have said that in pile 3. I don't know. If I just said it just now, like a few minutes ago, then tell me in the comments, because I'm telling you guys, like as soon as something comes out of my mouth, I kind of forget that I said it. So I don't know. But yeah, this is giving somebody who's very abundant, gentle giant kind of energy. They might be a little bit woo, a little bit of like a woo girl, or just like a party person, somebody who likes to have fun, okay? But I also am getting that they know where to plant their seeds. They know, you know, when the time is right for certain things. They know how to take their time. They might be very contemplative, okay? I'm just looking at this farmer's eyes. Like, he just looks like he's like in the zone. He's wise. He's wisdom, okay? And you know what else? Speaking of in the zone, while I was listening to Together Again by Janet Jackson, I was thinking, like, you know, she's like the OG it girly, okay? She was the OG crossover girl, because she did all this stuff, like, you know, they did the pop, they did the R&B, and Together Again is very much like a dance track, okay? And it just made me think about like Britney Spears, and how Britney Spears not only like attributed a lot of her inspiration to Janet, but was also like crossover into the dance music genre, especially with her Blackout album, okay? And I don't remember why I brought this up. Something to do with the farmer and the farmer's eyes. You guys, I don't know. I'm telling you, it's like as soon as I say something, it like leaves my brain. Like, I just don't, and I'm not normally like this. I don't know. Hopefully this is not your first time watching me. I don't really know, but we're gonna just keep going. We're gonna keep going with it. You know what? What's that Cardi B line where she's like, sexy dancing in the house like I'm Britney Spears? I don't remember what song that is, but it's definitely coming through right now. But I was talking about the farmer and just like knowing when to plant the right seeds, feeling very contemplative, feeling very wise, knowing that there's a season and a reason for everything. And then also rotating crops, okay? This does not have to do, this is not where I was going with my previous analogy, but it's where I'm going now. And the idea of like being able to cross over into different genres, you know, so farmers, if they're on like a smaller farm, not an industrial farm, but like a smaller farm, they often will rotate their crops in order to put certain nutrients back into the soil, because different crops require different things from the soil. So knowing that there's like a time and a space for certain things, when to plant them, when to harvest them, when to switch it up for your best benefit, okay? This is not having tunnel vision, not doing just one single thing, but having a wider vision, okay? Now I'm thinking again about like smaller farms versus industrial farms. Industrial farms, they often just plant one thing. Like they might only plant corn, or they might only plant soybeans or whatever. And so that in that way is like tunnel vision. This could also be seen as like a chute, like CHUTE, you know, where like things just go into the chute and then they come out processed, okay? But the compass here being in reverse, that could either point to a lack of direction, or since it's in the reverse and it has the compass pointing north, this could have something to do with the south, okay? I don't know. This person could be a southern farmer, could come from southern farmers, okay? Sharecropping is coming through right now. I wasn't going to say this, but I'm going to say it now. Chattel slavery coming through right now. The reason why I say that is because when I was talking about the chute, the CHUTE, I was thinking about how like they put the cows into a chute, and that's how they start processing them on the killing floor. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go look it up. But During slavery in the United States and in some other places, they called it chattel slavery because the humans were treated like cattle and bought and sold in the same way and physically treated like that as well. So, yeah, this person could have some generational wealth that comes from plantations. Something like that. And you know what? This could also be like a trust fund person as well. And that would explain the whole no direction thing, you know? And then as soon as I said no direction, I wanted to say One Direction. So, I don't know. Justin Timberlake did come out in the Identifiers, and he was part of a boy band called NSYNC, so One Direction is a different boy band, but could be coming through. But yeah, some trust fund holders, they may not necessarily have like a direction in life. They might just have, you know, because they know they have money and they know that they're going to be taken care of, they can just like do what they want, you know? So, all of those things could be true. Some of those things could be true. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Yeah, so I'm definitely getting that this person maybe does not either have like a realistic view of themselves or doesn't take a lot of time for self-reflection, and also doesn't take a lot of time to understand like the role that money has in their life. Doesn't take a lot of time to understand like who they are in relation to their money. There may be a lack of financial literacy here for some people, okay? They may spend their money in, you know, wild ways, all right? And they may be at war with themselves in some way or other. You know what else I'm thinking about right now? A lot of members of like royal families all over the world, they serve in the military. So like members of the British royal family serve in the military. A lot of Maharajas in India and their families serve in the military of India, and you know that just happens in a lot of different countries. So this person may have some sort of like military background in some cases. Obviously that's not going to resonate for everybody. For some people, this could be somebody who was a draft dodger. Since we do have this lounge chair here. I think that this person, they may not have like a special gift about them. They might just be fun. They might just be a fun person. That might just be their whole thing, is that they might be fun and they might have money. Or maybe like a lot of land or something with the farmer here. They could have, and that's another thing about farmers in particular, especially in the United States, like they have a lot of equipment, they have a lot of land, but they're not necessarily doing very well financially just due to circumstances of the economy. So this person could have a lot of land, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they have a lot of money. And you know what? It reminds me of, and I kind of talked about Saltburn before in one of the other piles, but also just in some different places, like some aristocratic people or formerly wealthy people, even going back to the whole trust fund thing, like their money could be tied up in assets that are very expensive. And the assets, like they have to pay property taxes on and stuff like that. And so a lot of the money goes into paying for and protecting those assets. And so they may not have like actual like liquid cash on them or available to them. And yeah, that could be a case here for somebody. So there could be some sort of like old money situation, old money. I even wanted to say aesthetic, but they may not actually have access to liquid cash because it could all be tied up in their assets. This person may not be, like I said, very gifted, which could mean that they don't have special talents. Could also mean that they're not very smart. They may not know how to fix situations in their life. They may not know how to do really much of anything. And, you know, that kind of happens sometimes with wealthier people. That's not to say that a lot of people are not perfectly capable. There are a lot of perfectly capable wealthy people. We're not going to say that there aren't. But there are some people who are so used to, you know, having other people do stuff for them that they don't know how to do anything. And then it just depends on personality. It's not a function of having money or not having money, but it's more of a function of personality and laziness. This person definitely is giving off lazy vibes, okay? Which is interesting because farmers here. And farmers are definitely not lazy. So going back to the whole slavery thing. So there were like the overseers, right? And then there were the actual slaves who were doing the work, right? So the overseer is not actually really doing anything. He's just sitting around watching people and then whipping them when they're not working hard enough, in his opinion, right? So yeah, lazy. But you could still say that that person technically, I wouldn't call them a farmer, but some people might. Maybe this was like the ruler of the farm. Again, take what resonates and leave the rest. This doesn't have to directly be the person that we're talking about. This could also have just been ancestors or something like that. But that is definitely what's coming through right now. I have a rose on my necklace, and I felt like I needed to tell you guys that for some reason. Also, maybe Roses by Outkast. I don't know, you guys. I'm just saying the things that are coming to mind. And I know it's because somebody needs to hear them. So if it's not for you, it's not for you. It's fine. It's for somebody else. But yeah, this person might just be fun. This person might just be a fun time. That might just be, you know, what they are and the whole thing about it. Thinking about, there was this TV show, I think it was called Friends from College or something. It's on Netflix. And one of the characters is like almost exactly what I'm describing. And now that I think about it, there's also this girl that I know in real life. And I can't say that I don't know anything about like her family financial situation or anything like that, but she's like a very chaotic person. And I do know that like where she comes from, there's a lot of like farmers, strawberry farmers and stuff like that. But she's a very chaotic person. And I'm just getting that energy. Just like, you know, a chaotic, fun person who may or may not bring a lot to the table other than being chaotic and fun. Okay, Friends from College, that guy definitely fits that description in what I'm talking about. I don't remember what his name was, but anyway, if you know the show, you know who I'm talking about. Set Fire to the Rain by Adele could be significant to somebody here. And now also I'm thinking about like acid rain as well. And that is very horrible for the planet and also horrible for farms as well. This person maybe had like a night in prison or could have just been released from jail or something like that. Maybe it was a white collar crime. Maybe it was not a white collar crime. But yeah, okay. Oh, you know what? Okay, so Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson is coming through. That whole thing where it's like, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. One message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make that change. This person does not want to do that. Okay, we got Repairman. We got Mirror. We've got the change right here with the gold coins, okay? They don't want to do that. We got the War. They do not want to make any changes to themselves. They do not want to start with the Man in the Mirror. They want to just chill. And they don't care. They do not care if they don't have any gifts or whatever. Like, maybe sometimes they feel bad about it, but genuinely I do not think that they care because they have enough money to sustain themselves and they're fine. And they're fine with that. So yeah, that's the vibes that we're getting here. Let's see. What's the situation, the actual situation between pile 4 and this person? I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Oh, yeah. I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message clearer. If you want to make the world. Toxic relationship, both the same. And it's Chucky and the Bride of Chucky on here. Then we got Doing Better Without His Ass. And they have this little thing that says bad on it. This little bracelet says bad on it. And in the identifiers, we did get this book, Bad, Bad, or Baddest. So yeah. Bad Girls, Donna Summer. Anyway, so yeah. Bad, Bad, or Baddest is like this book about these girls who are just like always misbehaving in class and stuff. And like one of them, like their parents is getting a divorce, so they're like acting out about it or whatever. But then it's just about girls being bad. and wanting to take on the bad attitude, right, of being troublemakers. So yeah, I feel like this person definitely has that like streak in them. Rebellious, a little bit of a troublemaker. Definitely rebellious. Faux show. I keep wanting to say it. I'm getting that for show. Oh, you know what? So that's from Superbad, and that's like when they're getting the fake IDs. Chicka chicka, yeah, fake ID, fake ID. They're getting the fake IDs to like go buy alcohol for the party, right? So yeah, there's definitely like bad boy energy, bad girl energy coming through. So yeah, we got toxic relationship, doing better without his ass. We also got the finger, fuck you. That is so funny. What is going on here? So yeah, this person and you do not have a good relationship. I would just have to say that. Do not have a good relationship. It's bad. Anything else? And it's what's funny is also this says Merry Christmas. It's like a gift. We got gift here too. So it's like wrapped in a bow. I don't know why these bows keep coming through, but they do. So yeah. This might be, like I said, you might not have asked about this person, and it might just be a message that you need to hear, but this person, your relationship with them sucks. Your relationship with them is not good. And even if it seems good, it's not good for you, okay? They may just be a really terrible influence on you. The relationship itself just could be really bad and just not worth it. And your guides, angels, and benevolent ancestors are like, nor. They're like, no. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. All right, let's see. What are this person's intentions for you? This reading is so funny because it's like chaos. It's chaotic. Who's better to show chaotic than Chucky and the Bride of Chucky? Okay, that is pure chaos. And like, I feel like when you're around this person, when you're with this person, you get like sunk into their chaos. You get sucked into it. And I said sunk in also because of like the laziness and stuff. You just like become, you know, another version of them and another version of yourself, but especially another version of them. So yeah, what is this person's intentions towards Pile 4? What is this person's intentions towards Pile 4? Let's see. We're going to shuffle one more time. What are this person's intentions towards Pile 4? Okie dokie. Let's see. We got fish. 34. Fish. So the first thing that I thought of when I thought of fish was like drinking like a fish. So you guys might drink a lot when you're together. And maybe that's like not the best thing for you. Fish is also like about wishy-washiness, okay? We are going to read from the book though on this one and see what the fish has to say. All right, so this says, bitch, I cannot make this shit up, okay? You guys see this? It says money right there. The first fucking thing it says money. Money, success, small business, freedom, movement, luck, prosperity. Okay? This person might be trying to tempt you with the money that they have, okay? They might be leading with their money if they are trying to, you know, court you or get you to come along with them or whatever, right? Anyway, some people seem to have, and I'm reading just a little section of this, okay? Life is filled with pockets of discovery. Some people seem to have all the luck and the intuitive knack for knowing just where to find what they need. That's the farmer, right? It comes so easy to them that it seems like goodness follows them, while other people search for their bounty with no success. That's where I was getting that trust fund kid energy from. If you look closer, you will find that successful people understand the currents of prosperity. And that's what I was talking about, is knowing when to plant, knowing when to harvest, that kind of thing, okay? Bro, you cannot make this shit up. Real shit, okay? I just like love when that happens. I love it. I love it when that happens. And also, oh my God, water. Fishes live in water, okay? And also like the flow of abundance. I said this isn't a very abundant person. We have fish. We have whale, okay? Yo. Okay, anyway. There's always a time to fish and a time to rest. We got the farmer, we got the lounge chair, okay? A time to make change and a time to cash in on a good thing. Abundance, like fish, is in motion, fluidly moving through life. Step into the current, ride the wave, and move with abundance. The fish will lead you where the riches can be found. Yeah, I definitely think that this person is like, they just intend to, they would definitely give you some money, okay? They will give you some money. They will, try and use their money to keep you in this toxic relationship with them. Does that mean that you should accept it? Not all money is good money, okay? Some money is like dirty money. Some money is like blood diamond money. And I kept looking at this this thing earlier, and I didn't understand why I was looking at it. But it's this idea of, obviously this is just like cut glass, right? I got this from freaking TJ Maxx. But it's this idea of the blood diamond. Like, do you really want a diamond that people like died or got their hands cut off or like were injured in order to get? Like, is that really what you want? Non-ethically sourced diamonds. And so maybe this money that they're giving you or that they're trying to ply you with is like blood money or like drug money or something, and it's like, okay, yeah, you have money, but how did you get it? Did you get it in a way that like other people were hurt? You know how they have like those commercials where like, no fish were harmed in the making of this commercial. It's like, were people or whoever, was somebody harmed in the making of your fortune? Right? Which is why I brought up the whole slavery thing earlier and the whole like old money, generational wealth situation, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, whoa, I didn't even realize it, but look at all these freaking glittery ass diamonds in here. Look at that, you guys. That's so crazy. And I just brought this out. Look at that. You guys, I love it when this happens. It just makes me feel like my intuition is so on point, which is like really reassuring because I was babbling. Earlier. Like, you guys heard me. I was just over here like, blah, 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 blah. Which is funny that I say that because that kind of sounds like one, like a babbling brook, but also like bubbles coming out of the water, like, right? So yeah, that kind of makes me feel like, bubbles are like trapped air. I feel like there's some sort of like trap here. If this person is like maybe trying to trap you, one, trap you with like a baby. Two, the whole trap thing of like, I did say something about like drug money before, the trap. And then three, being trapped in jail, maybe recently released from jail here. And then also there's the idea of like golden handcuffs. That kind of goes along with what I was talking about earlier about people whose money is so tied up in assets. Like, let's say that they have a really expensive house and then they use all their money to pay for the house, and then all of their income is now to pay for like the property taxes and the pool maintenance and blah, blah, blah. And they like don't have any money ever left over because now all their money is in the house. Right? And so golden handcuffs is this concept of people who are really high earners. They've let their lifestyle creep up so high that they now have all these financial responsibilities. And so they are now like living paycheck to paycheck, even though they are really, really high earners, right? So that could also describe this person in some cases, or this person's family in some cases. But definitely their intentions are to ply you with money, to try and trap you with money, okay? Also, fish often appear for solo entrepreneurs. If you're creating or running your own business, the fish predict potential for success. Be aware that you're creating, of what you're creating and how you are creating it. Sustainability, that's what we were just talking about in different words, is important for all business ventures, especially when you are financing them on your own. Find your center and be very perceptive of the currents that your business is sailing on. So, yeah, this is like somebody whose money is overcommitted in a way that is not allowing it to flow well. And they could be trying to use money to try and get you to commit to them, but it may not be flowing very well. And the relationship may not be flowing very well, and you would probably be better without this person. And I said I'd been cursing a lot in this reading and I didn't know why, and then like this comes out, so there could be like some sort of like verbal abuse going on here as well. Maybe it's back and forth. Maybe it's not just one person to the other. It might be both people. Okay, let's see with the tarot more about their intentions. Fish also swim in a school, so you could have met this person in school, or also that makes me think about student loan debt and maybe people taking out loans that they don't really understand the implications of, or taking money and they don't understand the implications of like the strings that are attached to it. Which is interesting that I say that because I just was talking about how these bows, there's these two bows here, and I love it when like they come out on top of each other. I love that. But yeah, these two bows here, there's definitely strings attached. If there's money in this situation, there's strings attached very heavily to that money, okay? So beware. Beware and be aware, okay? What are this person's intentions towards for the person that they're asking about? Justice. Ooh, interesting. Is that RBG? Yes, that's Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Justice. We got Temperance here in the reverse. So there's a lack of patience here. They do not have patience for you. This is definitely, like I said, strings attached, tit for tat. Okay? You give something, you want to get something in return. We got the Emperor here. That is control. They want to control you. They want to control. And control, Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson came out. I've been talking about Janet Jackson this whole time. Janet Jackson, control. We got the Six of Swords here in reverse. So this is either a bad plan or no plan, which I talked about before. They have no direction. They don't know where they're going with this. They just know they want control. And once they get it, they don't know what to do with it, okay? Then we have the Five of Cups, disappointment. Yup, they're gonna be disappointed. They're not gonna know what to do with it. And you know what is interesting? The 1 came out in the Identifiers, the number 1. And I said you might be seeing 1111. We have 11 right here in the Justice card. And then also on these bottles here, on the Five of Cups, there's an 11. I think that's an 11. Does it say XL or does it say 11? It could be both, honestly. But it looks to me like... Can you guys see that? Looks like it says 11 on there, on these bottles. So, yeah, you really might be seeing 1111. And if that's the case, know that you're protected. Okay, protected from this situation. But understand that if they're trying to give you money, there are strings attached to it, okay? They're trying to control you. And they're not very patient about it. Okay, we got Knight of Pentacles here, and that came out kind of sideways. So this idea of like delivering you what you want, but could be planting the seeds in the wrong place, could be planting the seeds in the wrong time, or also, again, a lack of patience. This could be like a sometimey kind of situation where they're sometimes willing to put in the work and sometimes they're not. It could be a very stop and start, very touch and go with the situation. And there might be secrets. Somebody might have some secretas that they don't want you to know about, which I imagine would probably have to do with the money. They probably wouldn't want you to know about that, especially if it wasn't all as it seemed to be. But yeah. They might deliver you guys food, like have food delivered to you at nighttime or something like that. Yeah. And for some of you guys, you might even be better off like getting a food delivery job or whatever than taking money from this person. So yeah, but this person, they want balance, but they don't want it to be emotional balance. It's a tit for tat that they want, okay? Often also the scales of justice can be tipped by who has more money, right? Especially like when you think about like legal fees. If somebody doesn't have enough money to hire a lawyer, and okay, so let's say this. I just saw this example. I'm going to use it. This girl on Instagram, she's an artist. Her handle is Spooky Girl Art. She said that her artwork was stolen by Shein, which is like a major fast fashion company, e-commerce store. And this is not the first time that they've stolen her stuff. It even has her watermark on it. and they included the watermark on the frickin' printing or whatever of her artwork. And they're selling it for like $5, and they're not giving her any credit or any royalties. And she just unfortunately, you know, does not have enough money to really fight them the way that she would like to fight them. And they're a major corporation. And so, you know, justice is not going to be served in that situation because unfortunately, it really has a lot more to do with money than not. And you'll notice like justice is not blind in this situation. So the idea of whoever has more money being able to make the rules or to get away with things that they shouldn't be able to get away with is coming through here. Okay, and that's where the whole toxic relationship thing is coming through as well. So you really need to, and I didn't give advice in any of the other piles, but I'm gonna give it here. You really need to weigh your options and understand that anything that they're giving you is not just a gift out of the goodness of their heart, okay? They're giving it to you because they want something. And you may not see that right away. You may not see what that thing is right away, but it is there, it's coming, and it will come to light eventually because what's done in the dark always comes to light, okay? The control is very real. All right, pile 4. Make sure you like this video. It helps it to spread a little bit further on the algorithm so that other people who may need to hear this message can find it. And I feel like this is one of those messages that like people did not expect, and it might be one that like they click on and it's not quote unquote the right one for the person that they're thinking of, but it's one for somebody else and they need to hear about it. So, you know, make sure you click the like button to help a sister out, help a brother out. That is, they did that on New Girl, which New Girl also came out in the Identifiers with Bear Claw. Jess is like, help a sister out. Anyway, yeah, so don't forget to also subscribe because it makes me and you more connected and it makes it more specific, like the readings become more specific to your energy when you do that. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, you guys, and I hope that you enjoyed the reading. Comment down below, let me know who this was about for you and if it resonated, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!